What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to the Blades Ramble. I am, of course, Jimmy, and I'm here with professional commentator Jord Motson. Jord, how's it going, pal?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yes, I'm all right. Thank you, mate. I'm all right. So this is billed as a watch-along of the Borough and Sunderland game, which I am really looking forward to as a football match. But let's not get it twisted. We are distracted elsewhere tonight. Big Blades, obviously, for those that are joining us neutrals, for the majority, it'll come as no surprise. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on at Bramall Lane at the minute, mate. And how are you feeling about it? A lot of news came out today. It started off with two random wingers out of nowhere that nobody's heard of. And then it were Jimmy Dunn. Then it were a little bit of Ryan Porteous, who's ended up at Preston on loan. Harry Darling seems to have dropped off the radar completely. Then Tanganga comes into the conversation and excites the whole fan base. It now looks like we might be looking at Rob Holding on a loan, which takes us to 6 loans, which is allowed, but you can only have 5 in your match day squad. So what is going on down at the lane, mate, while I try and get my TV sorted out? What's happening?
I don't really know.
Well, thank you for your insightful comment. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
It's a strange one, isn't it? Well, it's not. But it's
Really?
transfer deadline day. It happens every year. Apart from last few years, it hasn't, because we've been quite quiet at this point. But I actually quite like that we're getting linked with people.
Oh, it's brilliant, mate.
Quite an exciting deadline day today. So, yeah, I'm quite enjoying it and just anticipating a message coming through on the phone from United X or on social media saying we've signed someone, and hopefully it's a centre back. These 2 wingers, let's see what happens with that. I'm expecting them to be young and probably be more developmental and go into your team, maybe have a few games or half a season there, and then we'll look at them next season. But we'll see what happens.
No, I'm thinking same. I think that's what we'll be looking at. And that might not be a popular shout with some of them, because it sort of gets you excited, doesn't it, initially, to think that we might be bringing in 2 new players, but then you hear it's just developmental. I think it's a bonus if we get anybody else. Yes, we don't need a forward, do we, at the minute?
No.
That's certainly not the
priority. We're covered here now, aren't we? They're not going to come in. They're not going to get in front of Brooks, Raksaki, Diaz.
Correct.
And then Campbell. So if we do sign them...
We're spoiled for options. Spoiled for options going forward. I think you could maybe highlight a question mark over Raksaki and Brooks on the right wing. But other than that, we've got good enough players going forward, I think. I really like the midfield solidity with Sousa, Chowdhury, obviously Tom Davies and Peck to complement that as well. It's the centre half that we need, isn't it? It's the centre half.
See, it's same way.
If you had to bet now, what do you think we'd get?
I've got a feeling this with Rob Holding is we're pushing QPR, and it's just they're getting him in for a medical to push QPR to sell Dunn to us, and I've got a feeling it's going to be done. This sweetener, what we could be doing, I don't want to see Sariki leave on a permanent. I really want to keep him, and I think Wilder will want to keep him. But
so for those that aren't aware of what George's on about, he's talking about the most recent transfer thing involving Sheffield United is that Sariki is wanted by QPR. It doesn't detail whether that's a loan deal or a permanent deal. So QPR's thing on Jimmy Dunn, which is the centre half that's been playing right back for them, which stay with me if you can. So Jimmy Dunn, their captain, has been playing right back, but he's a centre half. He's played 200 games at this level at centre half. They won't let him go without a replacement. Now, with Sariki's name being mentioned, he would obviously be a replacement for their right back position. I'm all right with this if it's a loan. I'm not all right with it if it's a permanent. I think Sariki's got more potential, more upside than Jimmy Dunn. So I've got to think Wilder's thinking the same thing. So surely it's a loan deal, Jord.
Yeah, and that's what you'd like to think. And we've got Gilchrist, who's been playing at right back all season.
Yeah.
We've got Harry Clark. And then if Jimmy Dunn comes in, he can play at right back, but we're obviously probably wanting him for centre back. It pushes Sariki further down the list, doesn't it? Now, if we make a bid and use Sariki as leverage as loan for the rest of the season, because they might, QPR said they want a player in and they'll let Dunn go. So if we give them a player in return, to loan until end of season, I think it makes good sense. And it makes really good sense. So if that was the case, and he's getting games, if he can stay fit and he's playing, it benefits us as well.
That's good business, isn't it? I think that's good business because he will get first team games. He's not guaranteed to start with us, even though I think we are losing some if we let Sariki go. He's a game changer coming off the bench. But if it's going to be for the greater good, if you like, to get that solid centre back in that we need, that Wilder clearly really wants, then I think it's a clever deal. So interesting times ahead at the Lane, and it will be on it all night. To be fair, it's not one of those that, you know, we are obviously watching the Borough and Sunderland game, and Geordie's a professional, so I won't want to stop him doing his job. But
let's hope it's better than Leeds Burnley.
Oh mate, you pulled me through that. To be honest, it was not good. It was not good. So thank you for your contributions to that as well. But yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to sort my TV and the backgrounds out. So multitasking is not my thing. But anyway, have we seen the lineups, Jord? Have you seen the lineups for tonight? Right, let me get these up on screen so everybody can look at what we do, because we are here to watch the football, believe it or not. And I haven't put them on screen. So you talk us through the lineup, pal, and I will try and get these lineups up on screen.
So I think for Middlesbrough, it's Travers in net, Ayling, Edmondson, Vandenberg, and Giles, Morris, Hackney, Whitaker, Azaz, I don't even know how you say this, Bergzorg, and Force. And for Sunderland, it's Patterson, Hume, Mepham, O'Neill, Sirkin, Rigg, Neil, Bellingham, Roberts, Isidore, and Lafay.
Okay. So I've just about, I think, got these. Yeah, so I've got them on screen now that I can refer to them. So Travers in goal. Van, tell us who's playing where in this then. Ayling will be right back for Borough.
Well, Ayling's at right back. Yeah. Two centre backs for Middlesbrough are Edmondson and Vandenberg, with Giles at left back. Two holding midfielders are Morris and Hackney.
Sorry, that's Ryan Giles returning to him, isn't it? Who played really well on Carrick last time.
Yeah, it is. Good signing that for them.
Yeah, it is.
Morgan Whitaker, I believe that's his first appearance, first start from as well.
It is.
Azaz at centre attacking mid, that Bergzorg at left wing and Force up front.
Okay.
And then for Sunderland, it's
Sunderland. Look at their team. There's some players in there now.
Yeah, there is. I mean, to be honest, both teams can still cause damage. They're both really good teams. So, but yeah, Sunderland's team lines up as Patterson in goal, Hume right back, Mepham and O'Neill at centre half, and Sirkin at left back. Rigg, Neil, and Bellingham as a midfield three, and then up top left wing is that Lafay, right wing is Roberts, and Isidore central.
Interesting. Just looking at benches as well. They're not bad. They're not bad at all.
Yeah, I even looked at benches actually. To be fair,
mate, and in fact, that's me thingy gone as well. It took me overlay, so I need to get that back on. There we go. So, what are we thinking in terms of? Well, obviously we're Borough tonight, aren't we? We have to be.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm going. I think it's going to be cagey because it's a derby, isn't it?
It is a derby. It is a derby, and they really don't like each other.
You've got to take that into consideration as well. Yeah. I think both teams will score.
Okay.
But I think it'll be a 1-1 draw and a very cagey game.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably about right. And that suits us, I think, to be honest. We'll take a draw. It's more points dropped for Sunderland. They don't go level on points with Burnley. I think that's good. That's a good result for us.
Yeah, I can deal with that. Or even if Middlesbrough win, that's a good result, and plus they gain points on Piglets as well, so even better. So it works out both ways.
That's true. That's true. Another great way of looking at it. So yeah, we like that all round, don't we? I think so.
Tell you what, that's a good sign for West Ham. Evan Ferguson.
I've
just got Sky Sports News on at the moment, and yeah, that's a good signing for them.
It's a really good signing for them. Really good. But I'll tell you what else. What about the other big signing of the last couple of days? Marcus Rashford to Villa. That was huge, weren't it?
That is. And they've just signed. That Marco Asensio as well from PSG on loan. Who were at Real Madrid before, so that's probably helped them getting through Champions League, hasn't it?
Yeah,
and finishing. They finished in top 8, didn't they? I think on that.
Yeah, they did. So that's
I think probably helped them.
Yeah,
get them 2 signings in. And I mean, yeah, Rashford's looked out of sorts recently, but there's a player in there, isn't there? And if he can get back, performing, and he performs at Villa, then he's going to have a chance with new manager at England as well. So it's it's a big chance for a minute.
Huge chance. And thing is, how do you feel about him if he takes it? If you're a Man U fan and then you see him performing for Villa, it's got to stick and crawl a little bit, hasn't it? In terms
definitely.
Well, you never did that for us, pal. And we were here all along, So
I've seen footage of him recently, and he's just walking. Centre backs have got ball, and he's not even putting any pressure on. It's like he's just strolling about. So it's something look wrong.
Unforgivable, George. Unforgivable. You can't.
Yeah. If that were Brewster, people have a bad opinion on him anyway. If that were just anyone, we'd be fuming, wouldn't we?
We'd be fuming, mate. But the other thing is, he's a Man U fan. It's like Billy Sharp or Ollie Arblaster coming through academy and then down in tools. It's completely, if any of us as fans got the chance to play for our club, the last thing you do is down tools, isn't it? I just think it's unbelievable how it's just been. Anyway,
well, you should be the one, especially with how bad they've been, Man U. You should be the one, especially someone like Marcus Rashford, sports club. You should be the one geeing them players up, telling them how much this club means, what it means to fans. How you put 110% into that shirt. If we lose, we lose, but just make sure you're giving everything. And he's the one down in tools. It doesn't look great, does it?
Well said, mate. Well said. I agree. Thank you to everybody that's joining us tonight. I am now finally officially set. We're good to go. I thought I was beforehand, but that little gap between our screens were annoying me. So I've had to do some work in the background to get a bit of a border going on. And I quite like it now. I quite like how it looks. So thank you again to George for joining us. I'll get into your comments now. David starts us off tonight. Evening, Jimmy and our roving ramblers. George, we'll say it again, pal. Cracking vlog. Like and subscribe. Hit the like, please. Up all the ramblers.
Thank you, David. Much appreciated, pal. Thank you.
And for those that don't know what David's referring to, that is our our first ever vlog on the channel. And George, this was your idea, pal. You took it. You said, can I have a go at doing this? I'm not sure whether it'll work or not. And I've got a few different ideas for it. It were an absolute brilliantly put together thing, and I thought you did really, really well, pal. To say it's your first time doing anything like that on your own, interviewing your pals and a couple of blades in and around, keeping us going all the way through game. You even caught the goal, which were unbelievable. So
perfect.
What we said is, go on, mate.
No, go on.
I was going to say what we said is we're going to continue this as a series going forward for both home and away games. But George's going to have first refusal because it's his baby, really. Ramble on the road. It's the most contributions I put to it. I did a bit of editing, but I'm really proud of the logo, with the tyre marks across. So I think it's equal share, that, isn't it? We've both put as much effort into videos as each other there. So I'm absolutely buzzing with that. I can't tell you. But other than that, so this is going to be your sort of gig, but there are going to be, obviously, you don't want to do it every game. It's not practical for you to do it every game, and you don't get to every away game.
No, it's hard.
Loyalty points are a huge thing, aren't they? So I know you've you've highlighted a couple that you'd like to do, but we are asking some of our Platinum Ramblers if they want to step in and do some as well, which we've had a couple of volunteers already.
That'd be great to see as well. I pitched the idea, but I'm not like, oh, it's all about me. I know. We're a big community. We're all together in it, and we stick by each other. And if other people want to have a go, perfect. Why not? We're all in it together, and it'd be great to see a few more people on channel as well.
Yeah, it is. I love that. And well, you're a prime example, mate, of people coming on and people are enjoying what you provide on screen as well, and it's great for us to offer different content.
Massive, and I know I said it before, but it's a massive thanks to you, because you put a lot of trust in me and a lot of trust in other people to put out content. As we know, you've gone full time, so it's a big risk for you.
It's no risk, mate. It's no risk. It's not a frivolous decision. It's not well, George wants to do it, so let him do it. I've known you a little while now. You've supported the Ramble from a very early stage. We chat every time you're at Triple Point before a game. We've got to know each other. I value your opinion. So it's not just a God bless your job because I like you and we get on. it's because I think you know your stuff, and I think you'd be entertaining, and I think people will enjoy watching you, and they have done. So it's on you, that mate. It's on you. So yes,
I do appreciate it. Honestly, I'll come on screen and say I do appreciate it. You don't have to do it, but you do, and it's massively appreciated. And I've got, I'm like a lot of other people. I've got a lot of time for you. You're a good man, a good bloke, and you help other people out. And I would have never, this time last year, I'd have never said I was doing that. You've given me that confidence. You've backed me. You've built me up. A couple of other people have as well in Jimmy Hill. Paul Mountain.
Yes. Yes, Jimmy Hill.
On a serious note. No, but I've had chats with them.
From Jimmy Hill. Yeah.
I've had chats with them, and they've told me to go for it as well. So it's just a big thanks to you all, and I couldn't have asked for a better reception on that vlog. It's just been unreal, like proper overwhelming as well. So thanks to everyone that's watched it, liked it, commented on it. Yeah, just
what I will say. Thank you for your kind words. You don't need to say any of that because it's you. Because I remember talking to you and trying to get you to come on 90 after 90, saying you'd be brilliant and all this, and you were like, nah, I just need to build up to it. And then you were like, well, next year I'm going to give myself, I'm going to back myself a little bit more. I'm going to try and like conquer my nerves and just come on and do more. And you have, and it's been brilliant. But how much of a bug is it? Once you get the bug for it, how addictive is it? It's one of them, isn't it?
That first watch along, I did it, and I was just like, I didn't want that to stop. I wanted to carry on going, and then I was messaging you after saying, "Let's do it again." Whenever you're free or whenever you want me on, let's do it again. And then obviously, we did another one, and it just popped in my head. I was sat there one night, and I just thought, Bennett Travelling Blade. I'll plug him. He's brilliant at what he does, and I've seen that.
He is.
I also watch other teams, from their perspective that come to Lane, and I thought, why not? Why can't we have that on our channel? And
absolutely right.
And
it's our channel, mate. And that's what it's about. And that's what we've been talking about. And we're talking in group an awful lot about giving people a chance to come on and do their stuff. And like I say, it's a protected environment, but we have exclusive Ramblers shows as well. So it's like we have a platform where people can get a little bit more comfortable behind the scenes, if you like, in front of a more friendly audience. And as you grow in your confidence on screen, then you might fancy coming on a 90 after 90. A couple of lads, I won't mention them by name just in case, but I know a couple of lads who've started coming on 90 after 90 and now have got the bug a little bit and want to get more involved, and they'll know who they are, and it's great. I love it. I highly encourage it. Because
I just want to say a big shout out to Harry and young Alfie, because
absolutely. Harry knows his stuff by the Alfie was great.
He does. And Alfie does. For a young lad,
he
knows what he's talking about. He's a little footballer himself as well. They were brilliant. And
they were.
I asked them to do it, and they were like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it." Young Alfie were a bit nervous before, so I just said to him, "Listen, this is what we'll do. We'll, talked him through it, built him up, gave him a bit of confidence, and he were like, right, we're doing it. Let's go for it." And it were brilliant, absolutely fantastic, both of them. They were so I can't thank them enough for helping out. Great content.
Thinking with my content head on as well, you'd selected them knowing that they were going to be able to provide something interesting for people. Really good, mate. Really good, and I really enjoyed putting it together because and you made it easy for me as well because you sent it through in little chunks, didn't you? So that was spot on as well. Right, let's get into these comments. So Ian says, "Evening, Jimmy and Jordan. Hope for a Boro win, but we'll be happy with a draw. One eye on the game and one eye on the transfer window." I'd say half an eye on the game and 1.5 eyes on transfer window, to be honest, Ian. Could be a very good night all round. Like and subscribe. Thank you, pal. Yeah, there's 600 people in here at the minute. A lot of you are watching on X. Thank you for joining us. It's very much appreciated. We are going to be talking all things transfers through the game. I think there's about 10 minutes to kick off at the minute. But yeah, if you could subscribe to the channel, we've got over 800 subscribers. We're trying our best to get to 1,000 as soon as we can. And this might be the sort of environment where people come on and try and test new ideas for the main channel and stuff like that. So originally we were going to put George's vlog on Behind the Ramble, firstly to draw eyes to Behind the Ramble because it's something different. But it was too good not to put on main channel, I have to say. So we were all geared up for it going on Behind the Ramble, weren't we, Jordan? Then I sort of half surprised you. Do you mind if I?
When you put it out, I'm like, oh, Because I was even saying to our last, I was like, it's going to be on Behind Ramble. It's, you know, it's like, how do I say it? It's
not as many eyes on it, is there?
It's just another channel. It's where we test stuff out. Then you put it on, I was like, oh, it's not gone on that. It's on main channel. I was like, wow.
I think it's brilliant, mate. I think it's brilliant. And I love the feedback that you've got from it. You deserve it because it's a brave thing to do. Nick says, are we all Borough fans tonight? Yes, mate, we are. Yeah, we definitely are Borough fans tonight. And not always, because I always think they're a dangerous team in league, but Sunderland are too far in front of them and too close to us. Yeah. Luke says, hi, Jim, bit disappointed with who we have ended up with as a centre-back. Oh, we got Luke. We haven't got anybody yet. Such a promising morning. However, I know. However, maybe there's a surprise later. So there you go, Luke. You've sort of answered your own question, haven't you? Because I've been tagged in a few things already. I've got 10 notifications on X since we started just reading comments out. What is Scott tagging me in now? Danny Hall's latest tweet. A bit of clarity on Femi Sariki's stance after the exciting fullback was linked to, which could turn have resurrected the. Oh, so this is news from Danny Hall about the Femi Sariki inclusion in the Jimmy Dunn deal. Sheffield United have no intention of losing Femi Sariki in the last few hours of the transfer window. The link added extra intrigue to the Jimmy Dunn saga, with the Blades moving on from their interest in the Ars defender after declining to meet the asking price, with the player out of contract in a few months. So Sariki will not be leaving. A lot of people will be happy with that. I'd have been okay with a loan move, but we certainly do not want him to go permanently.
No. That's why I said I think Wilder thinks highly of him. Yeah. So I can't see him just thinking, for the sake of bringing Jimmy Dunn in, we'll get rid of one of his young lads that's got big potential.
Yeah. That's too short-sighted, isn't it? Not considering long term. I agree, mate. I agree. So Matthew says, loving Ramble on the road. Keep it up, Jord. And what's happening? Who are the two wingers? No idea, mate. Never heard of them before today. I'm not sure about Holding, to be honest.
Well, just something else I've seen. I think Liam's just posted in chat. I don't know who Charlie Gordon is. He's got a tick next to his name on X. But he's put, understand, Millwall pin Jaffet Tanganga with a £12 million asking price this winter. Sheffield United were unwilling to meet those demands.
Yeah, so, I think I won't be paying 12 million in January. I think I'd have loved Tanganga, and I think that's what Luke's referring to. I mentioned it this morning. I had to go live at lunchtime. I don't know if you caught it, George, because I know
I didn't catch it at time, but I got back about 3 o'clock and put it on. So
yeah, I know. Not everybody's going to catch me middle of day ones because I ain't got a job, so I can do that. But a lot of people. The thing I was saying was, I don't want to sort of pump the brakes on anybody's excitement, but Tanganga being thrown in now will lead to anybody being a letdown. So it's unfortunate. Like Luke here is saying he's disappointed with who we've ended up with. So if it's Rob Holding, who's played over 100 games for Arsenal, by the way, I know he hasn't played regularly recently, but he had a fallout with Oliver Glasner, Palace manager. I am concerned about his fitness, but he's been playing for under-21s consistently. He's a good pedigree of player. I'm happy with the pedigree.
If we'd have signed him in summer, I think people would have been happy with him.
Of course they would.
So take everything out of equation. Yeah, he's not been playing loads of games, but at least it's not like he's coming in, not played a game for 2 years. He's still playing football. He's still getting a game under 21, so he's going to have some fitness. But ideally, we do need someone who's ready to from get-go, just to come in and hit ground running. So I get it. I do get the panic, but at the same time, it's not the worst. It wouldn't be the worst signing.
Yeah, agreed, mate. Yes, Nick, we certainly are all Borough tonight, says Tim, one of our Platinum Ramblers. Hi, Jimmy and Jord. I wouldn't let Sariki go on loan, and certainly not permanently. Beast Boy says, no way we'll let Sariki go on loan. Not a chance. That would be a massive mistake. Matilda Shakes, how you doing, pal? Would much rather bring a centre back in on a perm. Slightly disappointed with Holding. Would have loved Tanganga, but I'd happily settle for Jimmy Dunn. Surely, if Sariki, it's only on loan. Yeah, maybe so. What do you think we are leveraging names to try and get a different target, George? Do you think there's a chance of that?
What, as in, you mean leveraging names for Dunn, or it's just someone we don't even know?
Yeah, for Dunn potentially. But possibly, we've been linked with Tanganga, obviously. I always thought that were unlikely, but brilliant if it could come off. And you never know with new owners because they have spent 10 million on Tom Cannon. But I always thought it was to get Jimmy done. Like anything that we were doing in these last couple of days were to force QPR's hand. And it looks like Rob Holding's going to be the one, but
at least we've acted. At least we've not just sat back thinking, we'll wait until last minute, and then Dunn don't come off, and we've got no centre back. We've acted and had to put us, money somewhere else. If Dunn comes off, he comes off. If he don't, at least we've acted and got someone else in. We need a centre back.
We do, mate. We do. Beast Boy says Borough looking very scary. Evening, Jimmy and George says, Phil, I feel that United have messed up with the Dunn situation. We should just pay up. When you're desperate for a centre-back on deadline day, you haven't got much leverage with clubs. That's true, but I think we tried to up our own, our hand, if you like, strengthen our hand by spreading the interest across several players. So if we've got it in the back of his mind that we want Jimmy Dunn, I agree with you ultimately, Phil. Even if it's £2 million, we're still getting a £3 or £4 million player, aren't we? It's just because he's at the end of his contract. Winkerbank Blade says, I can see Borough winning 3-2. Wow. I'd enjoy that, to be fair, for a watch-along. That'd be decent. Danny says, any idea how the 6 loan signings are going to work, Jimmy? Yeah, one's going to have to sit out of the match day squad, Dan. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, which isn't ideal. It's not a very good business decision. There's sort of murmurings. I said there's murmurings. I've suggested, do we make Hamza Chowdhury permanent today?
What about, though, if they're talking it's a loan? If everything's all agreed and set and he's done his medical, Rob Holding, what if Palace, because he said he's not going to play again for Palace, didn't he, Glasner, so they might just come to an agreement and say, well, let's just terminate your contract and then you're free to talk to Sheffield United as a permanent site and we get him as a free transfer. Is that not something else that can happen, or do you definitely think it'll probably be a loan?
I would look. It don't make any sense. Like, loan don't make any sense.
No,
because you're going to have to. It'll likely be Alfie Gilchrist out of the squad completely.
And if Chelsea aren't like that.
And if that's the case, why are we keeping him?
Yeah, exactly. It's a waste of spot, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, don't get me wrong. I'd love to keep Alfie Gilchrist in the squad. So if you sign Holding permanently, then Alfie can still come on as a defensive option at right back or centre half cover. So I would like us to make this Holding deal permanent if it's going to be Holding. Dublin Blade says, welcome back to the main man, Jord. Great vlog on Derby away, mate. Love that.
Thank you, pal. Love it.
Scotty says, can't see Dunn coming in now. Too late in the window. Got to travel to Sheffield from London to do a medical paperwork, etc. These things can be worked around, Scott. I'm not.
It
that's
might
not
already be up here.
Yeah, it might be.
It might already be up here for all we know. So.
Nige says we've already got our medical staff in London, so there you go. There's always ways around it. Rashford strolling round reminds me of Dean Hidden Work Hammond, only on 340 grand less.
Oh wow!
My thoughts about having 6 loan signings, says Ian, is there's usually 1 out injured, so probably only 5 out of the 6 are available for any particular game. So can't see it being a problem. That's realistic, but we want to hope for best case scenario, don't we? That everybody's fit and firing and ready to go.
And Middlesbrough, just to stop with it, I've just announced Iheanacho on loan. He's just come out and he's clapping crowd. That is an unbelievable signing for Middlesbrough. Unbelievable.
Do you know what it means? It means we can't get playoffs. We have to get automatic because not only are we up against it say it's Leeds and Burnley that go first and second. Not only are we really up against it against Sunderland, this Borough team look really good now. They've got Travers in on loan in goal. They are not messing about. So it's going to be really hard. If you're not 1 or 2, it's going to be really hard to get out of the league. Scott says, won't happen, Nige. I'll be holding. It'll be Holding and 2 foreign wingers and our window is done. Nige says, evening, Jimmy and Jord. Hope you're both well and great video for the away vlog, Jord.
Cheers, nice. Thank you, pal.
Borough win tonight, he says. Emmanuel Dennis of Forest has gone to Blackburn, says Scott. Unbelievable. Thank you to Scott being our roving reporter. Never say never, Scott. The new owners have made some statements so far, buddy. That's true. Danny Halls confirmed no deal involving Sariki and Dunn. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that, pal. As I says, hello, Jimmy. Any updates on that Nigeria lad? Do you mean Dozie Mabuzi? No, I think he's out of the picture, mate. Now I don't think he's. I don't think he's the winger that might be coming in today. No Tang. George's going to fill you in on him now. He's going to tell you everything you need to know about him.
Yeah, He's 19 and he's from Nigeria, I think. Plays in
that's all we know. That's all we know. They've kicked off, by the way. I am on 20 seconds, 21, 22. Borough against Sunderland, because we are here to watch a game of football a little bit while we get through your comments. Good evening. Hoping Borough can do us a favour tonight. Really don't want to finish in the playoffs. Borough's squad looks frightening. Well said, Brad. Great minds think alike. Okay, George, spill the beans. How much is Jimmy paying you to compliment him?
Not enough.
Not enough. Right. Wagwan, says Fairfield. Wagwan. Still 3 hours yet, Scott. Man's got a dream. Danny All confirms no deal for Dunn. Sariki's staying at the Blades. Focus on holding with him having a medical in London. Interesting. Spurs have bid 20 million for Steve at Burnley. Clarets want 30. Wow. Okay, so to be fair, it's ridiculous, Burnley, though. I know they've just let John Egan go to Hull, which, you know, he's all the best to Johnny Egan. We love John Egan.
Absolutely.
But they will likely sell Esteve. They've still got CJ Egan-Riley. And then they're just going to bring Joe Worrell in, aren't they? They're going to make 25 million probably on this Esteve if they end up selling him to Spurs. And it's ridiculous. Kelvin says, Borough win suits us as well as you guys. Kelvin, I believe you're right.
Giles down the left, plays the ball in. Oh, it's gone all the way through. That was a great effort, chance. Shot from edge of box, it's cleared.
Borough on the offence, early doors.
Morgan Whittaker skins Bellingham.
Yeah, Morgan Whittaker. A new number 11.
Back to Whittaker. And, I thought we were going for a corner then.
Looked like it, didn't it? He's just kept it in.
Down corner, yeah. Azaz has got it. It's a bit scrappy. It's scrappy in that corner. Ayling whips the ball in. It's headed back out. Comes to Giles on edge of box. He plays it backwards. And Borough just keeping ball at the moment. It's gone back off at halfway line. End of the attack.
Geordie boy, you are different gravy, mate. Borough win suits us as well as you guys. I think Kelvin's a Burnley fan from memory. Two very good teams tonight, but that starting 11 of Sunderland looks smoking. Wouldn't really fancy them in the playoffs up the Clarets, up the Ramble. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, pal. Dublin Blade says, hope Wilder told QPR to foxtrot Oscar with that request for Sariki. It sounds like he has, mate. Joey says, bit late to the party, but personally think Holding would do a job. Not as flashy as Tanganga, but if fit, he'd still be more than solid. Let's hope these wingers are something special up the Blades, up the Ramble. What I have to say is, I agree with Joe. If we'd have not seen Harry Suter at the beginning of the season,
It's your voice then.
I know, but Borough keeper, Senny Dieng, is it? Oh, no, it's not Senny Dieng.
No, it's not. It's Travers.
Yeah.
Travers, isn't it?
You just nearly held on to it too long.
I must admit, it sounded like you're having your prostate checked.
No, not had that done, mate. Not had that done. You'll have to tell me about it. But not as flashy. What we're going to say was, hang on, I'll let you talk us through this Sunderland attack if it happens.
I think, yeah, Owen Iron. Let's come back out wide to Patrick Roberts. Takes on Giles, whips the ball in, and Travers collects the ball.
Yeah,
it comes. This
is already better quality than Burnley Leeds, and they're high up. What Joe's saying here, I agree with, because if we'd have not signed Harry Suter in summer and we'd have been rumoured to bring him in January, before we saw how good he was, we would be massively underwhelmed, I think, being compared to Tanganga. We'd be saying, Harry Suter, he's just a bit of a big lump, isn't he? Well, It was outstanding for us. So I think we give the lad a chance, whoever it's going to be. If it is Holding, if it's going to be Holding, we give him a chance and see what he's like when he comes in.
You can't write him off.
Absolutely right.
No, it happens way too much with our fan base. We get linked with one player and we get fixated on that. Hold on. Ayling out right. He's coming into the box. He's going to put the ball back. He does. And it's a great save from Patterson.
Oh, nice. You're a second in front of me, Jord. Oh!
I'm trying to pause it. I tried to pause it, but it keeps, every time I pause it for a second,
Don't worry.
It comes back to normal.
It's only me that's missing out. Don't worry. It's everybody else is doing it.
Middlesbrough have got the ball again anyway, down left-hand side. It's come
decent game this already.
It is. It's a lot better. It was number 3 for Borough.
You see, Burnley, this is how you play. This is how you have a proper game of football.
Next edge of box, goes back out wide in box. Morgan Whittaker is on his left, goes on his right, tries second on left back, and he puts the ball out of play. Goal kick.
Nice one, pal. CC Penniston says, evening chaps, sat here with George's starstruck nephew.
Oh,
He's YouTube
that's my
famous.
brother.
He is YouTube
How you doing,
famous.
Carter and Chris?
Shout out, love that. How do, Jimmy? Holding at champ level will be very good, says Pixie. Please like and subscribe. Thank you, pal. Appreciate that. Joe says, you've got to look at the perspective. After the shambles of last year, we built a top championship squad in 2 windows. The owners have shown what they're about. Onwards and upwards, up the Blades, up the Ramble. Well said, Joe. Love that. Jay says, why spend 10 mil on a striker when the defence is leaking a lot of goals? It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
Well, you only got a question with that is if we'd not spent 10 mil on Cannon, could we have put that towards Tanganga?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. Why we allocated that money for a striker and then we're not willing to go to 12 for Tanganga.
Yeah.
So it is a fair point. So.
Yeah.
Matt says, if someone had said we'd have a team like we have now at the start of the season, I'd be like, are you on drugs? Credit to the new owners. Well said, Matt. Well, sort of. Loan situation solved. Just buy Chowdhury, job done. I know, Pixie, that's what I would be doing. I would be doing that. John says, think there could be some smoke screens set up by Wilder regarding a centre-back. Yes, there could, John. Very well could be. You never know who's going to come. Never say never. Well done, Jordan, on the Derby vlog. Next, John Motson. Nice. Love that.
Cheers, John.
Kyle says, something needs to be said about the quality of the recruitment from a lot of championship teams. Would have snapped your hand off for Lewis O'Brien and Louis Barry, but they've gone to Hull and Swansea. Yeah, I think we've... I'm not saying they're not good players at the level, because I think they are. But I wouldn't necessarily... Louis Barry don't get in over Brereton Diaz. O'Brien don't get in over Sousa or Chowdhury for me. So
I think that ship sailed with O'Brien.
Yeah, I think so. Forest
weren't playing ball. It's been and gone that now, hasn't it?
Yeah, true. Boro's recruitment as well. Yeah, Boro's recruitment's been very good, Kyle. I have to say that. Them other 2 playoff spots are going to be a right battle. Yeah, I think Boro will solidify it with this squad. So I think that's top 5 set, and it's just a case of who gets number 6 for me. Emmanuel Dennis off to Blackburn, says Brad. Yeah, it's a good signing for them as well. That might be in the mix. It will.
Talk about his attitude. His attitude's meant to be a bit off in it. So it can look like a good signing on paper, but if he's not interested, then he also might do nothing. I don't know. You've got that right attitude, which is what we were saying about Rashford earlier.
Yeah, it is. But you'd fancy Eustace to get a tune out of him, wouldn't you? Probably.
Yeah,
I certainly would. Is Nacho or Iniacho's overrated? Look at his stats. I personally don't rate him, says Nige. I still think it's a statement signing at the level, isn't it? I think his reputation will go before him as well, a little bit. The pull of the championship is mental, says Joe. Some of the names dropping down is ridiculous. Spurs sent a £20 million bid for Steve at Burnley. They want 30 minutes. Barry Bernard, do they? Interesting. Right, that's very good.
You're a bit jittery, Jim. I don't know. You're
Coffee, lads. I am with comments, by the way. 8 minutes behind. Let me see if I can fix this.
Yeah, you're very jittery. Just while you're trying to fix it, I've just had a message. Can you give a shout out to my nephew Carter, please? He'd love that. Just had a message from my brother. So if you can give a shout out to him, he'd love that, please.
Back on, mate. Am I back on?
Yeah.
Can you see me?
Yeah, I can sort of see you in here, but then you.
Am I here?
I'd get onto Sky if I were you.
Back in a minute.
So while Jimmy's messing about, we'll talk about match. Should be getting paid more for this, shouldn't I? You can't believe it, can you? So, Luke Aylin's got it on ball. Plays it in centrally, and had to go back out wide, and they lose the ball. Oh, please be better than Leeds Burnley. Please be better than Leeds Burnley. You back yet, pal? That's a no. Hackney wins it in the centre, and he plays a lovely ball through. Yes, it's 1-0 Middlesbrough. That's a great goal. So we're at me through centre in centre mid. And he wins ball back, brings it up to halfway line. Just trying to work out who it is. I can't pronounce his name. Let's have a look at his name. Bergzorg. It's Bergzorg who makes a run in behind, and he puts the ball past the keeper into the back of the net. It's 1-0 Middlesbrough.
I've seen it. I've seen it. My screen were on all the time. But yeah, obviously I wasn't in the room for it. That's standard, isn't it? Can you hear me now all right?
Yeah, perfectly. It's a lot better. You're still going a bit fuzzy.
Okay, first thing I've got to do, shout out to Carter. Thank you for watching us, pal. You should be really proud of your Uncle George, because I am. He's doing a brilliant job. He's a big part of this channel, and he will be going forward. So, yeah, Carter, if you're interested yourself, maybe you one day following in Uncle George's footsteps. Top man. Thank you for your support, pal.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Anytime, mate. That's a lovely goal, by the way, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a good start.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Good start.
It's all we can ask for this, I think, to be honest.
A great running behind as well, though, to be fair. Because obviously Hackney won ball back in the centre. And then he just ran in behind defender, didn't he? I don't know if it was right back or centre back he ran in behind, but a lovely run.
Yeah, lovely through ball. Lovely through ball.
And now Sunderland's got a corner as well. We've got any news yet? No signings yet?
Am I still here, mate?
Yeah, you're dipping in and out. And you've stopped again.
Nothing yet, mate.
Oh, it's a good start, this, isn't it, eh?
I can't. What's going on? What is going on?
Turn your telly off. See if it's match being on.
Open. I can't really turn my phone off tonight, can I?
No. You're back a little bit.
Am I here or what?
Yeah, you're back in a bit. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I hear you. Louder than. Why are they showing Pat Roberts? Where he fouled, didn't build up.
I don't know. I was busy looking at you, to be honest. See if you were back in room.
Let me switch it to iDef. I think that local should he. Can't stream it. Wait, am I back?
Yeah, I keep hearing you bits and bobs. It's very broken. And he's gone again. Shall I sit in middle? Go over both screens? Right. Oh, that's a bad pass. Paddy Roberts. Down right hand side. Plays it centrally. I think it's Dan Neil. Back out to Roberts on this right hand side. Plays the ball in the box. It deflects. And it goes back to Travers, who collects it very calmly. So, yeah, good start to the game, actually, because when we were watching Burnley and Leeds, it was really, really boring last time. But this has got a fast pace, fast energy to the game, yeah, so a really, really good start. Let's have a look, see if we've got any announcements from... I'm
here.
We're in.
Am I back?
We're back.
Yay! Sorry about that, guys. That's my morning taken care of tomorrow.
Now you're slowing
the
down.
last thing I talked about, I think, was
Barry Banana. We're in. Come on.
Ryan Oney staying at Sheffield United, says Scott. Danny says Holding could surprise a lot of people, especially at this level. Remember how good Suter looked. He's not had nearly as much top-level experience as Holding. I hear the Peruvian lad is rapid. Yes, I'd like that. We need a bit of pace, don't we, in the side? Nige says, if true that QPR are willing to do a deal, why not offer Brewster and a quid for Dunn? Maybe. I don't think they need a striker. If you're watching on Dodgy Stick, it's on ITV4 City. I'm not watching on Dodgy Stick. I'm watching on Sky, mate. It's the internet that's doing me here. And it has Sunderland come in. Patrick Roberts shoots for near post and it's wide. Chukwuemeka to Dortmund on loan, says Chris. Yeah, we were linked with him, weren't we, previously? Andrew says, do we really want Borough to win tonight with the signings they're making? Yeah, we do, mate. We do.
I think they're a fair few points behind at the moment, aren't they? So if we can keep picking wins, they're not gonna close that gap, are they? So it's Sunderland we're more worried about at the moment, aren't we? So of
course it is. We need Sunderland to drop off. So let's have a look and see what the table's like. So if this continues this way, Sunderland will stay on 55 points, 6 points behind.
Corner got whipped in. I don't know where I didn't see it where, and that's a foul. The corner got whipped in. We were 8-balling from Roberts, consensually, probably online with, as I said, penalty spot.
Yeah,
I didn't see it where. It's showing it replay now. I'm just trying to work out who heads it. It's centre off, and it's Mepham. Mepham gets up, wins header. Sorry. Yeah. And it goes straight on target, but
lovely corner.
Straight at Travers. He sort of pulls off a diving save, but it's more straight at him, and he makes a theatrical save to it. But yeah, it was a great corner, and it's a good start to the game. Really good start.
Yeah, it is. So as it stands, Sunderland stay on 55 points. That's 6 points behind us with a worse goal difference. So that's keeping them at bay fully. This result.
I'd rather it be a 3-team race. For the title and second than a 4-team, because it just makes it harder, doesn't it? So
absolutely. Borough, if they win this game, go up to 47 points. So they stay 14 points behind us. They have to win 7 more games than us to be anywhere close to us. So yeah, that's don't mind.
Half the games that's left as well, isn't it? How many is it? 14 that we've got? 16. So yeah, we've got to lose 7 games, and they've got to win 7. So it's more in our favour, isn't it?
Of course it is. Dublin Blade says, saw highlights from Burnley Leeds game last week consisted of teams walking out and a referee blowing for full time. More action in the first few minutes than the entire game last week. Absolutely right. Fairfield says, has Doak gone back to Liverpool, not in the squad, which is odd. Good point. I've not seen that. Is he not in the...
I'm just going to have a look now.
He's not on the bench. Let's have a look. And you're commenting the way of me having a look, Fairfield, to be honest. So let me get rid of that. You're right. Yeah, he's not in the squad. That's odd, isn't it? Because they were really keen to keep him. And
is that why they brought Whittaker in?
Maybe.
Maybe that's why they've gone for him.
Lafitte, good ball. That's huge. They overhit. Patrick Roberts. Dan Neil.
Great ball. It's just going to go out of play, though. Oh, what is that? Yeah, it's a goal kick. And a good ball in behind. Is that Dan Neil?
Yeah, it is. Decent.
Yeah, Patrick Roberts plays it in behind towards the 6-yard box. Dan Neil makes a great run, but it's just over it. And he makes a slide to try and keep it in. And it then deflects off Edmondson, but it had already gone out of play. So, goal kick to Middlesbrough.
Yeah, just a bit of news because Ray's asking about any news on signings yet. Not necessarily incomings or outgoings, really. Daniel has confirmed Ryan O'Neill will be staying with as part of the squad for the final third of the season, despite feeling interest from several clubs keen to take him on deadline day. Interesting. 2 of his younger teammates left today. So for those that aren't aware, Owen Hampson left to join Dunfermline in the Scottish Championship. And Louis Marsh has gone on loan to Fleetwood in League 2, and I think it's a good move for both.
That's a good move for him, because I know they were suffering, and then they sacked the manager, didn't they? Yeah. Since they've got the new manager in Fleetwood, they've had an upturn in form, so that could be a really good move for him. That
he'll get loads of minutes as well, and being a bigger fish in a smaller pond, I think works. Borough look scary here, not going to lie, says Fairfield. Yeah, they do look good. Sheffield United have matched Millwall's asking price for £1 million. Yes, sorry. So that's at 10:59 tonight. Yeah, maybe so. Nige says it may be a fair point about spending money on a striker instead of defence, but we've got top quality striker for that money that is proven in the Championship and still young, so no complaints. Absolutely right. S talking about Ryan O'Neill staying at the lane. Absolutely. Today's been really underwhelming, hasn't it, says Jack. No, not all. I've loved it. I've loved every minute. Not over yet, Jack Ladd, says Fairfield. We seem to care more about... Jack, you are such a worrier, my mate. And if we can change your way of thinking to a little bit more balanced. I'm not trying to sway you one way or other, but I want you to be a bit more comfortable with how things are. We seem to care more about signing forwards than a centre back. It's kind of funny. I know we will sign one. Yeah, fair dues. Jack Clifton says, evening both. Love the full-time content. Thank you, mate. People think people just need to trust Wilder and the team to get the players in. With the 2 windows we have had, we can't complain. I agree. Borough in front, says Ray. That's where I am with the comments. You can blame Sky for that. I'm sure the centre-back is the priority, but the 2 wingers seem low risk with low fees and low wages. Low. Oh, free kick, and it's wide. Good signings, in my opinion. Decent potential. I agree. Kelv says, can't see Esteve going this window. His promotion is key now, but I'd be surprised if he's still a claret next season. Spurs will have to pay good money, though, as he's just signed a 4-year deal. Smart business from Burnley, that, to be fair. They'll have to pay up big, won't they, if they want him in January? That's what happens. Yeah. It's a premium. Get in, says David. Get in. All that.
They're in again.
They're in again here. 3
on 2. Let's play it out. Oh!
That is
they really opened them up then. And, is
3
it
on 2, isn't it? Can you feel the force?
Yeah. So he gets, there were 2 defenders back, 3 Borough players attacking. They come through the centre, he plays it out wide. Well, it's more central in box, actually, to force. Defender comes sliding in to try and put him off, and he tries to bend it in far corner. Absolutely skies it over the bar.
Marcus Force. Wilder signing for Borough, I think.
Did it?
Yeah, I think so. Jimmy's missus has cut the line for leaving the shopping out earlier today. Maybe so, Nige. Maybe so, mate. Yeah, it's over if we get dragged into the playoffs with this lot, says Danny. We're not gonna get dragged.
Yeah, but even if we did, never write us off.
Absolutely.
Just Wilder team, never write them off.
And look at our players as well now. What is that ball? That is a shocker. Is that a Zaz? Weren't good.
Yes.
No, it were at Hackney, Hayden Hackney. Nice to see Jimmy's internet is working. That's West Yorkshire for you. I know, mate. My mum lives in Lupsit. That is a stone throw away from me, Sarah. That is the next town up. Her internet is terrible. Yes, well, unbelievable. I won't mind. I've got guarantee from Sky. I'm paying for the guarantee. I pay the top whack. Unbelievable. They are going to hear from me in the morning, especially now it's my livelihood. So I like people tuning out because they can't see me on screen or out. Egan Riley, on the other hand, is out of contract at the end of the season. Luckily, we have Bayer and Worrell as backup. Yep. Yes, you do. I don't think your defence can be questioned, Kelv, to be honest, this season. Dublin Blade, only reason we don't give him stick for being in fake Yorkshire is because he's a Blade. Let's not get personal. Tim says, this is a great advert for the Championship so far. Yeah, I agree. It's a good game, isn't it, Tim? Be a good game time and experience for Marsh out on loan, says Nige. I'm surprised he didn't go to a better team, to be honest. I don't mind him being a better player in an okay team, to be honest. Will says, Jimmy's internet playing up on deadline day. That means we'll get at least 7 in later. And he can't report on it. Yeah, that's right, Will. That's exactly what's going to happen. So get your money on Tanganga now. Jimmy, it's on ITV4 if that helps with the internet. I don't think it would, pal, to be honest. Nick Cook says, Sky are terrible. They're renowned for throttling bandwidth during peak times. That's why I left them. I will be leaving them too, I believe. Rest in peace, Harvey. Lost a blade today, says Jack. Absolutely right. I'm just going to take a minute to... I don't want it to be interrupted by the football because it's not right. So even if all happens here, Joe, there's a cross into the box.
No, it's gone out. Goal kick, so.
It's wide. I just want to take a minute to wish all the best to the family and friends of Harvey Will Goose, who unfortunately lost his life today at school on his lunch break, I believe, to knife crime. Absolutely horrendous, and you can't imagine what his family are going through. There's been a plea for, or a sort of suggestion, maybe. I'm not sure whether it's come direct from the family, so please don't misquote me on that. But to try and get, as he was a 15-year-old boy, trying to get a minute and a minute's applause going in the 15th minute of the game on Saturday. So if everybody can respect that, I'm sure that must be something that the club are working on, and obviously be very respectful and just feel for Harvey and his family and friends, because it's absolutely tragic. Absolutely tragic.
Thoughts to his family and friends. Yeah, such a young age as well. So
shocking, mate. Absolutely shocking. CC Peniston says, cheers for that. He's buzzing with a shout out. Bless it. Well, he should be. Top blade.
Why does it come up as CC Peniston on yours, by the way? Because it only comes up as CC on that.
It does for me, yeah, but it's CC Peniston. Can't remember it. Finally, it has happened to me.
I know a song, but I want to know on that.
It's CC Peniston, that. CC Peniston. So, how fitting are we? How are we fitting these wingers in, by the way, that we signed? Jack seems such a random sign. It is. I think they're going to be development signings, personally. Jim, push the boat out and get Starlink. Is that instead of eating food then, Chris? Is that what I do now? Is that how I do it? I know what you mean, pal. I could, and I probably should, because it will pay off.
Here we go. It comes out wide. It's a shot from the feet. Travers picks it up again.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is he yet to justify Luffy? I'm not sure. We play Borough after Pompey. They look frightening. Oh, Toddy, why are you reminding me of that? Why are you reminding me that? Yeah, we are at home, Jordan.
I think it'll be. You'll see a different performance from United from what you saw at their place.
I agree with that. Isn't it 17 points that Borough are behind us? Yeah, I think so, Nige. I think so. Ridiculous gap. I don't care about Borough winning tonight. We just need to make sure our squad is ready to play them. That's fair. Ian says, reboot your router, Jim. Looks like dodgy data packets to me. If you know anything about it, Ian, I'll be speaking to you. But I did reboot my router before I came on, and I wondered if that worked because it had been lagging throughout much of the day. So, yeah, I have tried that. So hopefully it's just been clearing the lines and whatever it needs to do. Doak's injured, says Toddy. Right, thank you, mate. Injured, says Nige. That weren't in your notes, was it, Jord?
Go on.
Mr. Research, Ben Doak being injured.
I'm going to be totally honest. I ain't got no research tonight. Busy man, me. Busy man.
This is what happens, you see. You're in Man Mountain and Dave the Nose territory now. When they first came on and you first came on, I remember your first watch along. I've done loads of research. I know all players' names and I know all this sort of stuff. Now, just rocks up, talks to us through the game.
I were in Leeds last night and I were having a good time watching Craig David. I tell you.
Can I get a rewind?
Can I get a rewind?
And love that.
Stroking our Kez, you know what I mean? And
all right, it's a family show.
Yeah. But yeah, so I had no time to prep today.
What did he do? All classics as well? Of course, he's got to have done, hasn't he?
Yeah. Do you know what? Credit to him because it came on at 8:45, and I know they have curfew up time at 11. He finished at 5 to 11.
Oh, nice.
Now you pay your money and
you get an hour out of him, don't you?
An hour and 20, an hour and a half. So to do an hour and nearly 15 minutes, yeah, fair play.
Nice one. Oh, that's good. That's good. What's your favourite Craig David tune?
Or
what were best one live, should I say, last night?
I think it was good at end 7 days because he did it at end.
Okay.
Saved his most known one till end, and everyone were up. And before that, to be honest, my section were quite boring. It was like all thoughts. They were sat down all night, and I thought at end, I've got to get up.
Were you and Mrs. Motson up?
And I orchestrated everyone else getting up.
You and Mrs. Motson were up moving, were you?
We were up moving. I'll not tell you what like.
Nice. Okay.
We were separated. We don't go anywhere near each other.
Jack says, now you've got to admit these two wingers is so random when all we expect it to be. It is random, Jack. There's no doubt about it. Should be two, says Ray, by now. Yeah, it's all Borough at the minute. It's all Borough. People think we've signed too many forwards. Should have seen some of Uncle Colin's team sheets. That's Neil Warnock, for anybody that doesn't know the connection there. And I won't explain why it's called Colin.
It's flashed across. So Alan gets it right hand side at edge box. He plays it in. I still can't pronounce his name. What is it? Bergzoid, who scored goal.
We'll go with that.
Picks it up on edge, just inside box. Flashes it as a shot. Goes straight across goal. I don't know how wide it were.
You've got to target, you've got to target there.
Yeah, good effort.
Can't believe
chances.
Bean says, can't believe One is staying. He's arguably sixth choice striker over Cannon, Campbell, Moore, Burton Diaz and Brewster. What's the point? He won't develop in the 21s. Maybe he feels like he'll benefit from training with the first team and being in and around it. I'm playing Devils though, Bean. I would have had him out on loan, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
Trusting Wilder. So.
But at the same time, if we do get a couple of injuries again, he's going to want him in and around the team because he's been there all season. So
True. I do think he'll struggle to get any sort of minutes now, though.
Yeah.
Jack says, Nige says, Jack, maybe they are for future sales, but young prospects level them up and sell. That's how Brighton and Brentford do it, mate. And then the academy players are safe and future prospects. Okay, yeah, fair. Whoever Chris signs, says John, will be well thought out. Let's trust his judgment. Look at Hamza. He looks a snip. I can't read tonight. Let's not forget the best player in the league back on Saturday, Gus Hamer. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Gus Hamer, where does he come into the team, John?
We have missed him big time. Like that first half Saturday, I even said it on vlog that you can see we were massively lacking some creativity.
Agreed.
And until they go out at team, you don't realise how much you miss them.
Absolutely, mate.
We massively missed it. I actually think, because Diaz played right wing, didn't he, Saturday?
Yeah.
And I know you were talking about it last night on Three Mardy Blades. I think Diaz will stay out wide on right. I think Callum Moore will stay central, and I think Gus will go back to left wing. I think that's how we'll start the game, yeah. Because I don't think he'll drop away.
No, I don't.
Think two midfield players will stay the same, centre in Chowdhury and Souza. Yeah, and I think that's probably why he played Diaz out on the right.
Maybe
he
so.
He's there, and Gus will just fit back into left wing where he has been playing.
Nice. That's good thinking, that, mate. Yeah, I'd not thought of that. That may be right. Nige says, we're able to develop more as foreign players are more attractive. Okay. Rest in peace, Harvey, says Sarah. Absolutely right. Jimmy, Burnley are playing tomorrow against Oxford, says Mark. Oh, do you mean I'm doing a watch along? I hadn't planned on it, bro. We'll have a look at it.
I probably won't bother if I were you, because it'll just be a 0-0 draw anyway.
It will, yeah. All right. Sunderland were on attack there. They've still got it. Recycling it into the box.
Good block.
Yeah, good blocks.
Daniel has a shot. It's in 2-1-1.
Oh, dear. That's unlucky, that.
It comes... Roberts has a shot. It gets blocked. It comes back out onto probably 25-yard line. I think Dan Neal who picked it. Yeah, Dan Neal who picks it up. He shoots. He goes for goal, and Edmondson's sort of bent down and gone down with his chest to block it. Arms behind his back. It's hit him on his chest, and it's goes in at near post. It's hard. That is hard lines. But yeah,
really unlucky from a Borough perspective. Fortunate from Sunderland that. Last hour could be busy. Could be 3 or 4 announcements, says Joe. Maybe so. Borough look all right going forward, but a bit ropey at the back, says Dublin Blade. Sunderland have been in a few times. I think we should play Campbell for his pace against these.
That's going straight. It's going straight. So he strikes it from outside box. It's going straight at keeper. Keeper even puts his hands up, in anticipation to catch it. Edmondson gets him where it hits him on chest, and like I say, it goes in at near post. It's one of them horrible. It's what do you do there? Because the defender, you're trying to block it.
Of course, yeah. It's just unfortunate. You wouldn't want your defender to duck out of it, would you? But
no, definitely not.
It's one of them that's bounced horribly.
How many times do you see that as well, where it gets a chest on that and it goes out for a corner?
Yeah, exactly. Get yourself an Ethernet, Jim, says Fairfield. I would, mate. It needs an armoured cable and a few other bits, but I think I need to start looking at something because it's not working, is it? We could go. Do you think we could go 4-3-3 now with wingers? We could, Craig. I don't think we will, but we could. It's an option.
There was a chance, isn't it? You never know as well. In training, they're not just going to be playing a certain. They're going to be trying things out where as you've seen Saturday for a small period of time, we went to 4-4-2.
Yeah, we did.
And then made us subs, and we went back to 4-2-3-1. So that might be another thing that we trial in training. They're playing 4-3-3, and it can be implemented in a match.
And a 4-3-3 can also quickly be readjusted to a 4-5-1, can't it?
Of course it can. Yeah.
So, if we go to Turf Moor, for example, and we get a goal, here comes Sunderland, actually. Deep cross. Patrick Roberts, that bounces up and keeper collects. So if we go to Burnley and we go 1-0 up early doors, and it's 60 minutes and it's still 1-0, or 70 minutes, it's still 1-0, and we want to get a little bit more solid, we can take Callum O'Hare out the side, and we can put Tom Davies on, or Sidney Peck, join Chowdhury and Vinny, and make that midfield three really solid, and then still have your wide men, still have your Cannon or Campbell up front, or Kiefer Moore. I think it just gives us options, doesn't it? Scott says, Excuse me. Silly question. Have we put all our eggs in the holding basket? What if he fails his medical? I don't believe we have, Scott. I don't believe we have. The performance we had at Borough was on the back of a loss. The loss of Starman, says Neil.
Yeah, of course.
True. That's true. It were a horrible period for the club.
Yeah, it were. Right.
Particularly off the field. Sarah says, can't beat a bit of Craig David, like his new song.
Yeah, he did that one. Yeah, he did that one.
How's that go, John?
Actually, he's got a new album. You won't catch me singing that. Nowhere near as good as your singing, pal.
That's right. But we'll not talk about that. I can't even talk a minute. It's a name I sing. And I definitely can't sing. Can we question where the hell Villa have got the money to sign Rashford for 350k a week? Crazy
Champions League.
They've been in Europe, haven't they? So and they've got owners with very deep pockets. It's just being able to spend it into in Premier League. So you've got Newcastle, who's the prime example, could buy nearly every other Premier League club with money that they've got, but can't spend it because of FFP. Also, thank you again for my badge. I've put it on my Sheffield United scarf. No problem, pal. Thank you for.
You just got Sunderland coming in. He plays the ball in behind.
Good ball.
I think to be honest, Giles shields him off well. They're going to it's just a coming together.
Yes, they're coming together. It's shoulder to shoulder. Little Chris Rigg, the 12-year-old for Sunderland, tries to go down and win a penalty.
Nah, it's coming together. That shoulder.
Nah. Breaking news: Kyle Walker terminates his loan because he can't get a chip butty. Italian sources say he doesn't like pesto and want him out. Fair news. Carmen Bird's Eye Jord. We know what you mean.
Don't get that.
Excuse me. Does Holding play right or left centre back? Will Anel move back across? Yeah, I think he's a right centre half, Danny, from memory. And yeah, Anel will likely move to the left hand side. Here comes Sunderland again. They've picked up since scoring.
Yeah, they have.
It's a high and handsome cross that's over it. Christmas says, rest in peace, young Harvey. Absolutely devastating for his family and friends. Yeah, it is. It's tragic news. Evening, Jimmy and fellow Rambler, says Bry. QPR wanting Femi. Are they taking them, Mickey? I've censored it for you there, Bry. Thank you, mate. Good thinking, but playing them out of position when we can play them in their main role is silly. I don't really know who you're referring to there, Jack, because I am 5 minutes behind in the comments. Goal, says David. Demonstrates it there. A bit too exciting this game. Consciously trying to be quiet. I scare our little French bulldog puppy, Gustavo. Yeah, love that. Love that we've got a little pup called Gustavo. Oh, that's ace. Sunderland get a grip of this game and they'll win, says Toddy. Yeah, maybe so. Danny says Holding hasn't played properly since 2023. 2 effing years. He's not going to be anywhere near match fit. That's my only concern about it. He has been playing for 21s who don't play as regularly, and they certainly don't play to the same intensity as competitive football. So, yeah, there may be a match fitness issue, but I still think he's a quality player once you get him up to a bit of fitness. And I know. That's rubbish. I don't think you have to be super fit to be a centre-half. Obviously, you need to be match fit. You need to be professional, but I don't think you need to be able to run a marathon. They're not. When you look at player stats, they're always the lowest, or they tend to be the lowest on ground covered in the game. So they don't need the same fitness levels as a winger, for example, because they're not getting up and down or expected to get up and down nearly as much. When are we going to overlapping wing backs, says Chris? I don't think we are. We could. I think Clark and Burrows lends itself to that system, but I don't think we will.
I really like Burrows Saturday when McCallum come on and he went left back and Burrows were attacking because he were like chasing down. He were putting so much pressure on their back 4 or 5. Yeah. Whatever it were. I really, really liked him in that position. I know he's not going to play their whole game, but that's what we can also change to having McCallum on bench. You can push Burrows further forward and have him more attacking. And
I don't like it.
You don't?
Like it. No, because I like Burrows further forward, but I also think he's our best left back by some stretch.
Oh yeah, no, I don't disagree with that either. But I'm just saying, you know, like when we're 1-0 up and you want someone forward, further forward, to put some pressure on their defenders, and that's what he does.
But which would you rather? You're right. So I think Burrows is better than McCallum going forward, and I think Burrows is better than McCallum at defending. And that's nothing against McCallum. I have Burrows in really high regard at the moment. I think he's one of our best players. So I would rather have the solidity of Burrows as a defender and have McCallum in front of him, even though I agree with you that Burrows did really well in the high press. So it's something I would have to sacrifice if I were making the choice to have him back. But I want that solidity at the back. Yeah. So it's just horses for courses.
I suppose when you're 1-0 up and all, I get where you're coming from there. It's you prefer him defensively as well. You know, if you're trying to see out a game. I get it. It's just and also it's good to have that he can go forward and he can play as a left winger as well at the same time. So
yeah, agreed. Jack says I'm on the positive train. We're signing 2 centre backs. I'm not sure we are, mate. I'm not sure we are. When was the last time we did that? Apart from in the Prem, feeling optimistic with them and hope the backing doesn't stop without putting the club in jeopardy. Villa spent more money on a centre half. That club is on the up. Yes, it is. It is. Villa are on the up, no doubt about it. They're only paying 60% of his wages, says Dublin Blade, and if he plays well, it goes up to 90, and then they've obviously justified the purchase, haven't they? Everything is shoulder to shoulder now after we saw O'Hare get absolutely clattered. That's true. Cowboy Paul Young, howdy, says Newcastle couldn't spend much as due to Mike Ashley giving his Sports Direct free advertising, so the income was zero, and it's a rolling 3 years for it to be fully taken away. Next year is the 3rd year. Interesting. Why is my sky's just gone off completely? So all on you, Jord.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I tell you what, I've just seen a deal that's been done. Now, obviously, I think Newcastle signed him on a free because his contract had run out at Bournemouth. Lloyd Kelly.
Yeah, good player.
He's now gone to Juve for a £3 million loan fee and a £14 million obligation to buy plus £5 million in add-ons. That's some business. When you sign him on a free,
yeah, it is.
And obviously they'll have paid him a signing on fee and his wages, but they've still made big profit on that.
Yeah, they are. They are.
That's good
really
business.
Good business, and that's FFP for you. That's FFP in it.
Yeah, and he's hardly played for him, has he? I don't think he's not been there starting centre. I don't think.
Not recently. Joe says, Connor got asked this question earlier. If we were to get promoted out of our squad, who do you think will be confident in making the step up? Interesting, good question. Who do you think, Jord, out of our squad would be capable of making the step up?
Michael Cooper.
Yep.
I think he'll do well.
We'll go with permanent players rather than loans.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that line.
Because I think we can make him permanent.
That back line, don't get me wrong, I love Burrows, but it's scary how much pace there is on wings in Premiership. I'm not sure if he'll be good enough to deal with that. I think they'll get behind him.
It's a huge ask for him, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's not me. Listen, I'm not slagging him out. I love him. I've been very happy with that signing. Anel has been there, and with Jackie Longthrow next to him, they conceded 104 goals. So I can't say that they can make step back up. Although with someone else beside him, you know, guiding him and helping him, it could be helped and it could make step up. So potentially Anel, but going on last season, that's a no. Vinny, if he plays like he has this season, he's got a bit more experience behind him now. I think he'd be better in Prem, so I'd say Vinny. Diaz, he proved he could do it for us in a very poor team last season.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he stays fit and this knee niggle, whatever you want to call it, don't come up, I'd like him in Prem. Gus, I'd be very happy taking Gus with us, but I do think we'd need to spend a lot of money on a lot of good players. I mean, you can get some from abroad, can't you? That it's cheaper, but they're not as well known over here. I mean, look at Brighton and Brentford; they've done it, and it's worked very well for them, and they've made a lot of profit on them types of players. So, if this new AI scouting system or whatever, if it picks players out like that and works, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know, there's not loads of players I'd want to take with us. Unfortunately, we've got a team now that's good. That's good enough to get out of this division, but it needs a lot of money spending on it next season if we do go up.
That's true, mate. I would be confident with Michael Cooper. I like the look of Harry Clark, but again, it's.
I I was gonna. Well, when you said don't mention loans, that's why I left him out. I didn't bother.
Yeah, and it's so early as well for him as well.
I mean, I thought it was brilliant Saturday. Him and Childred, they cut, like I said on vlog, they come in, and you'd have thought we'd have had him here all season. They didn't look out of place. They fitted in really well, and it was great to see a right back. But I'm not slagging Gilchrist off, but he's more attacking than Gilchrist, and it just added, it added extra for us down that right hand side.
Agreed. Anel, I will go with Anel. I will go with Harrison Burrows. I would be all right with giving him a run out in the Prem. I like Hamza Chowdhury and Vinny together. Burton Diaz, Gus Hamer. I don't know. I'd be all right. I think we've got the nucleus of a decent side. They're not Premier League players, obviously, but all my confidence stepping up. I think we seriously need to up the levels and way up the offside there. Yeah, that's all right. Isidor's offside.
I think we've not mentioned O'Hare in that either, and he's too lightweight. I think for Premiership.
It needs more.
If it falls over or gets bullied off at ball, I think it'd be too lightweight for Premiership.
With Callum O'Hare, what I would say is, I think that was how Illiman was in his first season. When Morgan Gibbs-White were here and Illiman were just breaking into the side, he was very easily pushed off the ball. He came when Gibbs-White went back in closed season and Illiman came back. He put on about half a stone of muscle. You could tell, and he was just so much stronger. His low centre of gravity and stuff like that. O'Hare needs to work.
Half time, by the way.
Half time. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Who's dropping out for this loan then? I think it's going to have to be a rotation, but wait and see what happens, Jack, because I'm not convinced. Until I see it just being announced as a straight loan, I'm not convinced 100%.
Well, we've got 2 hours, 14 minutes left of the transfer window, and there's nothing as of yet from the club.
And we will be live with It's live with myself and Andy the Blade. After this watch along, we will be there. So there's over 1,000 people here. Thank you to everybody that's watching.
Please like and subscribe.
Thank you, Jord. If you were all to come over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel Behind the Ramble, you will be doing us an absolute solid. It's free. All you have to do is have a YouTube account and click subscribe. Then you'll not miss a Ramble or Behind the Ramble. It's very much appreciated. So thank you to everybody that's done that so far. West Ham beating Chelsea, if you're bothered. I'm not bothered, Danny, but thank you for letting me know, pal. I might be bothered next season when, if we're in that league, but we've got to get there first, don't we? Let's have a look. Where were we? How would you feel, Jimmy, if Wilder came out and said we need holding for cover in case Robbo gets injured? It's not going to happen, Danny. It's not going to happen. That's like saying we need Tom Cannon to come in for cover if Brewster's injured. Brian says, are you lads worried about by Iheanacho? Can't spell his ruddy name, signing for Borough. I think it's a good statement signing. I saw the comment earlier about his stats aren't great. I think that's fair. It's fair to say, but we've seen...
He's not played at championship level, though, has he?
He has for Leicester.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah, I forgot about that, yeah.
But he's scored goals at Premier League level, so a confident striker, which he will be coming down to this league and being one of the main boys, is a frightening thing, really. So
that chance that we missed it after Borough went 1-0. Who did we say it were? I think we're number 26. It went force, weren't it?
Can you feel the force? Yeah.
He missed that. I'm telling you, if Iheanacho gets that chance, he puts it away.
Yeah, he does. He does. Riff says, Nige, owner's commitment and support is easy when things are going well. Let's hope they are when the chips are falling. Great point, Riff. Great point. That's my point, Riff. Oh, that's my point, Riff, mate. I assume you're meaning. That's my only concern. Absolutely right. Scotty says, just over 2 hours of the window left. Where are these 3 players? Look, Scott, we have to sign them before the deadline. But we don't have to announce them, do we? So they might be done. We don't know. We just don't know.
It's still be announced tomorrow dinner-time, couldn't it?
Exactly right, mate.
Oh, we know.
Exactly right. If our phantom goal had stood at Villa Park, then Villa would have been relegated that season. Sliding doors moment for them, says Ian. Absolutely right, it was. It's amazing, isn't it, how these fine margins can affect clubs in such a ridiculous way. Great point, Jord. If you don't see any teams doing that, which is surprising. Can you remember what you said 6 minutes ago?
No, I forgot what happened 1 minute ago, so...
You could question if that would have been any good for us, Ian, as PA always struggled to sustain a Prem side. Just think we needed that. Everything happens for a reason. Absolutely right, it does. I said this before, says Dublin Blade, if we'd gone up and the cave troll was still playing for us, Harry Suter, I don't think he would have been good enough for the step up and wouldn't have bought him. Yeah, I know you have said that, Dublin Blade. You've been consistent with that. And we'll never know, will we, at this point in time? I think what could happen in the closed season is it wouldn't surprise me at all if we went back in for Harry Suter. No matter what league we're in, I think we'll try and get him on loan if we're in the Champ. I think we'll try and buy him if we're in the Prem. If Leicester are relegated, I think it'll be a really difficult deal to do. So we shall see. Jimmy George will be seeing the Ramble on the road away day vlog making an appearance, says Danny. Saw you at Derby, George. Has to be worth thinking about moving forward. Get fans' attention for interviews. Absolutely, Danny. You may have missed us at the start talking about it. This was George's idea. This is something that you came to me with, mate, and said, I'm really keen to give this a go. I think it'd be interesting new content for the Ramble. So you were given a license to just go off and do whatever vision you had for it. And you did. You created it yourself, and you were brilliant at it. So much so, we're going to go on Behind the Ramble, this channel, where we sort of soft launch a few things. And like this Rivals watch-alongs, I wasn't convinced, and I still don't know how well it would go on the main channel, but I think it's been a great addition to this, and it's got a lot of eyes on Behind the Ramble. That's where Ramble on the Road we're going to start. But I put it together, and after editing it and putting it all together, it was brilliant. Really, really good. I loved it. I was really proud of what Jordan put together. So yes, Danny, if you missed the discussion about it earlier, it is going to be a regular feature on the Ramble going forward, hopefully for as many games as we can, because I'll be at some games. I won't be doing them because I think it's nice to have fresh faces and new content. Jord will get first refusal whenever he wants to do a game because this is his baby. Dave the Nose is going to do one for this weekend. Pompey at home, he's going to do his own little vlog. Kieran's going to jump on and do it for Middlesbrough. And then Jord might jump back on, whatever's going to happen. So any of our Platinum Ramblers, that's going to be part of the perks going forward that you can get involved with these. And I think it's absolutely brilliant. But a reminder, Jord's got first refusal because it's his baby. So I'll let you know, for our Platinum Ramblers, I'll let you know when it's available to take on a game. And thank you to everybody that's put their hand up so far. But thank you most of all, Geordie boy, to you, mate, for putting in the effort, putting the thought into it, and producing such a brilliant bit of content that you did. So people asking for more already look like Danny here.
No, like I said it earlier anyway. I thanked you for it, and we're all together on this. And good luck to Dave on Saturday and Kieran next week. Yeah, I can't wait to see their content as well. So It's a new thing we're putting on channel, and it's going to go well. I know it's going to go well, and I'm looking forward to do it next one that I do as well. So
nice one, pal. Thank you. Get Harry on and.
I'm sure they'll come back on
as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll definitely come back on again. I meet them quite a lot before games anyway, so.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Maybe Martin makes an appearance on next one. Hey, Martin.
Hey, every chance.
Yeah. On Jordan talking about the foreign market with these lads we're bringing in, there could be diamonds in the rough. Look at Brighton. They signed a Japanese unknown for £2 million and have just rejected 80 million for him. Great point, Scott. For a few misses that you have, like a Slimani or a Traore, there are a Neil Ahmed Hodzic out there, aren't there, as well? Forgot about our blaster, says S. I don't know why we're shouting him. But,
if it's on about we're getting Prem, and
our blaster,
absolutely.
With that on as well. He's my captain.
It's our pal, isn't he? Actually, because you got him to, do an intro for Ramble, and then I managed to get a picture. Didn't I?
Yeah. So, got a picture with old Jordan, hasn't he? Yeah. I'm at Blaster. Chris says, if we go up, we need 5 players minimum: centre half, full back, two centre midfielders, and a centre forward. I'd say right winger as well, Chris, if we're going to continue playing this system. Have we got confirmation on that injury-prone OAP centre back from Crystal Palace? Josh, out of order. OAP, I think, what is he, 29 tops?
Yeah,
ridiculous. Excuse me. Fairfield says foreign market is huge. So many players in so many leagues. English market is so limited and competitive. Definitely need to rinse the foreign market if we go up with a couple of quality domestic loans. It's been something that Wilder's been criticised for previously, not utilising it enough. But I suppose it's also about trusting the people that are looking there for you as well. And if we've now got significantly backed data with the right people in place to recommend the right people, then it's all about who he trusts to do that, because that's what it's about, isn't it? He would rather previously lean on players or the opinions of people that he knows personally rather than going for a random punt when funds have been so limited, which I think is a point that's overlooked as well. Nige says Southampton aren't prepared for letting Archer go and have declined a £10 million bid from Leeds.
I didn't think, to be honest, I didn't think for 1 second they're not going to spend money they spent on him and then just give up on him after. And I'm not saying Archer won't go to Leeds because
he would.
He's not going to turn him down, but he said he don't want to drop back down to Championship level, which is going to happen with Southampton anyway. So more than likely, he'll be back in Prem again next season. If Leeds go up, they'll sign him next season.
Well, the only other thing is, if Southampton were smart about it, and I know you shouldn't be keeping unhappy players, but they have got a right team for Championship, as they are. And they are rubbish in Premier League, but they have got a brilliant team in Champ. Shows the gap, doesn't it, that we always talk about.
Absolutely.
But that is a right team for Champ. So if you can keep them together, they're laughing.
And they've got Che Charles going back, haven't they, end of the season, which he's had a good season with Wednesday. So he'll probably slot straight into their team in that division next season.
Danny Rowe probably takes the hot seat, hopefully. That'll be nice as well. So just make them cry a little bit more. Six. It's been confirmed Archer will not be leaving the South Coast, meaning Leeds won't be getting him or a striker. Has anybody checked on my mate Connor? If anybody wants to just drop him a message and make sure he's okay. Susan, good evening. Hey, Jimmy and Jordan. Who's most likely to come in? Jord?
Rob Holding. I've changed my mind. I don't know how long it's going on.
You doubted yourself, aren't you?
Yeah.
Dave the Nose last night said he thought, well, it were an outside shout, to be fair, so I'm not nailing it on Dave, but he said Tanganga's still a shout for him. He thinks Tanganga might be left field.
Well, we know that that's not going to happen now, don't we?
Do we? Do we, though?
Well, if Danny Hall's correct, I can't see. No, we're not paying £12 million. Maybe next season if we go up. Then yeah, but
you saw 3 Mardy Blades last night. They were taking mickey out of me for saying exactly the same. We're not paying £10 million for Tom Cannon. Well, no, we're not. No way.
I think the players that are getting talked about, it's probably either going to be Jimmy Dunn or Rob Holding. I can't see what Sky aren't going to be reporting that he's having a medical for no reason. There's obviously things to it, isn't there? So yeah, we'll see what happens. I think. I'm probably 60% Holding, 40% Dunn.
Yeah, I think I'm about there as well, mate. I think that's where I am. Maybe 65% Holding and hoping for an higher percentage for Dunn. ITV falls about 5 seconds in front of Sky. That's why I'm seeing everything and waiting 5 seconds for you two to see it. Right, John, I've flicked over to ITV4. I've taken your word for it. Oi, Jimmy, final Brewster this warning. Sorry, Ian. I can't be locked out on my own stream. I can't. Maybe it's Ian pulling the strings behind the scene, trying to sabotage it when I insult Brewster. Apologies, Ian. I'm only joking, pal. What are we expecting, says Paul. Paul Rose of Well-Stoned Landscapes sponsors the main channel. What an absolute legend he is. And I keep saying it, Paul. You'll have to remind me. I need to get some pictures up to show everybody what great work you do, because I appreciate I've spoken about Well-Stoned Landscapes. All the details are in the description. But you do incredible work, mate. So thank you for your support. And in terms of a 22:59 announcement, who knows? Who knows, mate? I would love it. I would love it, to be honest. I'll be live with Andy the Blade talking about it at the time. We're going back over to the Blades Ramble to have a chat about it. So we shall see. Joey Gibson says it's Sheffield United media team. We're waiting on Scott. It'll take a while to announce them. Yeah, so maybe a couple of days' time. We'll see. Subscribe, lads, up the Blades. Nice one, Scotty.
Yes,
love
Scotty,
that. That's a lovely badge, that, with red and white. Oh, love it. That's really nice. Yeah, so we are on a mission to get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's see how we're doing for that figure. Currently, we are on 831. 831, but there is 1,133 people here watching. You know you are. Come on, do us a solid. Hit that subscribe button. A lot of you are on X. I understand that. Nearly 1,000 people are on X. 916 people. So you're going to have to come out of X and go into YouTube, which is a huge undertaking. If you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. Will says, can't wait for a pick of 4 players holding the kit. Dun, Tanganga, Peru Messi, and Nigeria and Ronaldo. Cannot wait. Will, we need to get you back on a stream, mate. I miss your face on these streams. Sorry if I don't make sense on some comments. Nige says, had some bad news this morning and had a bottle of wine in half an hour, roughly, and greeting, not the whiskey soon. Nige, I'm sorry, whatever the news is, I'm sorry that you've had some bad news today, pal. I hope you're okay. Yeah, necking a bottle of wine and then coming on the internet isn't the most advisable thing. I've not done it yet, but who knows how full-time rambling will go. It may come to that at some stage. So
that's when we're getting battered again next season. If we go up 5-0 down and just get a bottle of wine.
You might see it then. We'll have a bit of a karaoke session, some second half, I think, next season. All Blades, aren't we, says Scott. Absolutely right we are, pal. Hope you're okay, Nige. Getting in on the whiskey soon, says Nige. Oh, Nige. Let's hope you're celebrating, mate. Some decent signings for United. I've just read QPR asking about Femi, says Neil. It's already been asked. The question's been asked, Neil, and they've been knocked back. So more well wishes for you, Nige. Just highlights what a brilliant community we've got here. Everybody wishing you well. So thank you. Just rather not say, to be honest, but thank you. No, you don't have to say to anybody, mate. It's your business, but just hope you're all right. Thank you, Brian, says Nige. Of course, mate, hope you feel better soon and see you in a bit, lads, says Bri. See you, Bri. Thanks for joining us, mate. Rewatching the BORO goal at half-time. If it's in the Prem, VAR would have ruled it out for a foul before the goal, says Chris. Is that why Patrick Roberts were on the floor? Apologies, Chris, because normally we would be well onto the game. Jord would have been all over it, but there's so much going on at Sheffield United tonight, and I know the majority of you are Blades. So we've just had Ed down, comments, and talking to you guys about it. But yeah, let me know if it was that Patrick Roberts foul. That's why, because they showed him on the replay. I didn't see the bit before it. Nige says, it's saying on Sky we've made another improved offer for Dunn, unless it's old news. Could be, but might not be. We shall see. I'll have a proper look when I get to the end of the comments. Take it easy, Brian, says Nige. Why are these new players clocks ticking? Where's these new players? Where are these new players? Right. The clock's ticking. Sorry, Chris, I couldn't quite make out your sentence there. I'm sure we will get a centre-half in before the deadline, Chris. I'll be amazed if we don't. Second half's just kicked off. While Slimani and the players' name I can't spell didn't work out, we still got our money back on those deals. And if you include Trusty, we made a profit on them. That's right, Dublin Blade. And that was, obviously, you could argue that we didn't really judge the level appropriately in terms of the data that we used to get them. But they were United World signings. And they did prove to be decent investments in the end, even if the players themselves weren't good enough. So data can work. Yeah. Chris says, Jimmy, you got your bed in that studio, lol. No, mate, but I can always keep on sofa, can't I? Nige says, Edwards with an obligation to buy for a young prospect like that for Burnley, that's pretty cheap, don't you reckon? Yeah, I think it's a good deal for Burnley, that. I don't know enough about the player, to be honest, to know whether it's a good deal or not. What I do know is he's played Champions League football and he's dropped off considerably, which you expect with him dropping out at Championship. So he's one that's clearly got a lot of ability. And can
There were talk of Everton being interested in him at one point earlier on in this year.
I'm surprised that he's not gone to Prem, to be honest.
I think he's quick. I'm sure he's quick and he's quite skillful. And I'm sure, weren't he an England under-21 player as well?
Not sure, mate.
I might be way off it there, but I'm sure.
So will Brewster.
He's English. And yeah, but he's got a Champions League medal, don't forget. Come on.
That's true. Champions League winner.
Yeah, exactly.
Scott says, what's all this about them two from abroad being AI picks? So we basically use data to help us identify some players, Scott. There'll be more due diligence than just that. But it's a new direction that we're going in as a club, looking at more data-driven prospects. Shea Charles and the PE teacher going to Southampton. They'd only get $2.5 million for him, says Dublin Blade.
Just touching on Jimmy Dunn. You know, he said it might be old news going back. I'm on Transfer Centre now. And even going back to an hour ago, there's nothing else on Jimmy Dunn. So I'm guessing on Sky Sports News, that's just as they do, relaying old news.
Okay, doke, mate. Thank you for that. Notice Piggies have extended their centre-half contract for an undisclosed. Whoever heard of that player for who extends their contract? Nige, have you started on that whiskey? Come on. Come on. Josh says, can I just ask the fans to be patient with any lads who come in, especially those not from the UK. It takes time for players to settle, and they need our support. I think that were a big, it's very well said, Josh, and very worth saying, because I think that it's underestimated how difficult it is for foreign players to. What a lovely turn that is, by the way.
Great turn, wasn't it?
Oh, like Vinny Souza, I think took at least 6 months to adapt to certainly the Premier League. But you change everything. You move countries. You have to find a new place. You leave your family. It's a huge and I know they get compensated very well for it. But they're only human at the end of the day, and these are young lads that are coming over. I agree with you, Josh. Give them a bit of time.
Just got Patrick Roberts. He's dancing in between, sliding tackles on him. He skips past him. O'Nien plays it out to Dan Neil, to Joe Bellingham, and he said, Jude then. And he's got 2 men on him. This sliding tackles in, going everywhere. I love this. This is what we want to see in a derby match. Ooh. And it just comes to nothing. I love that when you see all sliding tackles start going.
Great, it's what you want. Fans wanting it from a derby game.
It is.
David says, announcement imminent, Jimmy, and if it's holding, a win is a win. A win is a win. JD says, any incomings, Jimmy? Sorry, a bit late to the party. We're hoping so, mate. We're all waiting, and we're here. We're here for when it comes. I will be live until past the deadline, so you'll hear about it. Don't worry. Nige says, what a community you are building, Jimmy. It helps me a lot, especially after today. So thank you, and everyone in here. It helps a lot. Up the mighty Ramble. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that.
That is like what we're saying about you earlier. You've created this big, massive community, and I take my hat off to you because everyone is together. And if anyone's ever down, they can just feel like they can come on here, or even in Plat chat or Ramble chat, and put. If not feeling great, and everyone bigs them up, and they're literally there for each other. And that's what it's all about. It's not just all this content you're putting out. It's what you've created for people as well to feel like they're in a safe space and talk to each other. And
I appreciate that, mate. But that is, thank you. But that is a team effort, isn't it? That's exactly what we talk about. That is the people involved. That's just me opening the door and a lot of good people walking through it. And I think people like Ian as well, who make sure that people know the expectations when they come into the community and sort of sets the standard. And I love everything about it. It's the best thing to come out of the channel.
Yeah.
Scott says, hope these new owners.
Isidore's in. He's played the ball in behind. Isidore. He takes it round keeper, and it's 2-1 Sunderland. That's literally, I think, a carbon copy of.
It is, isn't it? A BORO's goal.
Yeah. So they win. I think he went. I don't know if it went Dan Neil. I didn't, because I was looking at the screen, and then I just looked up, and they went ball back, I think. In literally the same. It's probably halfway in between halfway line and box. Middlesbrough defenders push up. Isidore drops and then makes his run on halfway line. They play ball straight through into him. He's 1-on-1 with keeper, and obviously puts it past him.
Oh, is that Edmondson?
Onside.
Who's the right centre half? Is it Edmondson? Yeah, he'd
look like him. He's left centre half there, isn't it? Right centre half pushed further over.
No, it's Edmondson trying to play him off.
Sorry. I thought though it looked like, because there were 2 centre halves, but he were on the left hand side of them. Obviously, as we're seeing it on there, he's on right hand side, but it's
really well done from Isidore, isn't it? It's really well done.
Finish. And he sort of. So ball got played through to it, and he's coming 1-on-1. He don't panic, especially after what happened at Burnley. And he looked a bit down, and he's obviously got his confidence built back up. Fans have stuck by him for that, and he's waited for Travers to commit, and and he's gone to ground, and he's just took ball around him then, and slotted it into an empty net.
Yeah, he did really well. They have just made him permanent, by the way, for about €4 million, because that's what that's what the original price was that they set when they.
That's good business. I don't think he's a bad striker.
He's really good, mate.
He's quick as well.
He made an
he plays like last man, doesn't he, as well? And he makes them runs in behind, which is what you want.
He did an L. When he scored against us, he completely did an L.
Yeah, he did.
All these new owners aren't being tight with funds, should go all out for Tanganga or done, in my opinion, says Scott. I don't think they're being tight, pal. I've just forked out for Tom Cannon, who wasn't an essential signing. It's just, you've got to be a smart spender as well as, you know.
We can't go out spending £10 million on Tom Cannon and then £12 million on Tanganga, as well as bringing in loan players that we've picked, because Ben Brereton Diaz isn't a cheap loan. So that's you're talking 25, 30 million quid near enough there. And then if we don't go up, we're going to be in a lot of trouble if we do that.
Yeah, that's true.
At the same time.
Wonder if any club will do a repeat of Leeds when they said, do not go to bed yet, and then announce releasing someone. Can you imagine?
That was years back. With that Dominic Pollion, then will come to us.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, it were all with that, weren't it?
Got a Luton or something like that. You think, oh my God. Data can work, says Cowboy Paul. You all laughed at me when I said we should use measurables to help judge potential players. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you? Thank you, Paul Farage, for your comments there. Appreciate it. So was Brewster. Fantastic. Thank you. Nice. Didn't get Brewster the golden boot as well. That's for the signing from Burnley.
Oh, and again, it's the door. It misses it. How they not scored?
Chrissy Rigg. You've got to score, mate. So Isidore missed the chance, but it fell nicely to young Chris Rigg, just in front of keeper. He's hit it straight at keeper, who's managed to save it.
Yeah, but is it? I always not. Is it Chirkin or Sirkin? However you say his name.
Yeah, Dennis Sirkin. Yeah.
Yeah, he left hand side at box, and he whipped a lovely ball across in behind. And defenders. Isidore then had the chance to hit it first time. He scuffed it. I think it comes straight back to Chris Rigg and committed again. Keeper had already committed because he thought Isidore's shot were going to go on target.
Yeah.
And then as he's down on floor, Rigg shoots, and he's probably got opposite side at net to shoot at. And he's hit it straight at Travers while he's down on floor. And I think Isidore were offside as well.
Oh, yeah, it was. Just.
Credit to keeper.
He's flagged. He's flagged, to be fair.
He's flagged.
Yeah.
But credit to keeper as well, though, because obviously he had committed and gone down and dived for what would have been Isidore's shot. And he's reacted quick.
Yeah, he has.
Reaction really well, hasn't he? Back up, hasn't
he? Scott says, got to give Holding full backing if he comes. To be honest, welcome the lad, you Blades family. Absolutely right, we will, pal. Heard rumours Dokey's out for the season. Looked a great player for Borough, says Kyle.
Ooh.
That'd be a big blow for them.
Well, then again, if he's out for the rest of the season, that's why they brought Whittaker in then, isn't it? It's because they need another winger. To
be fair, it's a cracking game, says Chris. I agree, mate. I agree. Keep up the good work, mate, says no Piro, no party. Thank you, pal. Thank you. From a fellow rival. I know. I appreciate the respect between the two fan bases, even if it's for channels rather than the clubs. But I appreciate it, mate.
I'm actually, we have a lot of laugh and say, like we said last time, watch along with banter and stuff. If you're going to get it, got to take it. But I do actually think Leeds fans that come on here they have the laugh. We have our laugh. They're quite respectful.
Spot on.
I take me out off to them, because it can be a lot worse. So it's
But again, if they weren't, they'd get smoked, wouldn't they? Ian would be on him, Scott would be on him, mods and stuff, because we don't. Oh my God! But we don't have it from his own, so we wouldn't have it from Leeds or anybody else, would we? Yeah. And everybody's welcome on here as long as they're respectful. And like you said, we're just fortunate that a lot of people are. That were a really good chance, to be fair, cross that nobody got on to end of.
Whipped it, didn't he, Roberts? Whipped it straight in.
Nige says, I don't know how to message you put on the Ramble, Jimmy, so stuck in a rut at the minute. Just something you've been through, that's all, buddy. If you're on X, mate, you can DM me on there. If I'm also on Instagram, you can send me a private message on there. Or you can email me at that email address there at the top where it says bladesramble@gmail.com. And I'll pick up your email, mate. So if you need to get in touch with me, just drop us a line anytime. Terrible defending, says Luke. Sunderland ain't going away, says Scott. No, fair play to them.
They really started on front foot this second half.
Come roaring back. And they look very good. Both teams look good, to be honest.
Yeah.
Which is frightening.
So can get his meta run on arts. That's going
over it. Yeah, it's over it. 3.3 million for Isidore. What a talent. Absolutely right. But it's 4 million euros then, right? Yeah, it's unreal, but that money in it. Unreal.
You can pick players up like that from abroad, which over here, he'd probably cost double that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what you know. So there is players out there that you can get from abroad. It's not.
Laugh came for note, didn't he? It's silly money, or not money if you like. Jimmy, it's a pity your podcast wasn't around in the lockdown period when a lot of folks were suffering. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, as was I. So anyway, we're here now, aren't we, mate? And we're all here to pick each other up. So told you earlier, this Borough defence looks ropey. You did. And the beauty of the internet, Dublin Blade, is we can go back and see that comment that you made. So fair play to you. You did say that. He made that look so easy, says Rye. It's madness. Yes, he did. Didn't need that we didn't need that goal. Come on, Borough, says Ray. Cooper would have saved it. Just don't see Sunderland going anywhere, says James. And then people pointing out that it's 2-1 Sunderland, Dino and Paul. Don't like this, 2 Scots in the chat, lol.
Sorry, he has a shot. Oh, what a goal.
That is a great goal, 2-2.
What a finish.
Is that Aidan Hackney? That kid is becoming a real player.
Is he on loan?
He set up the goal. No, he's their boy. He's
their boy.
Academy. He set up their goal with a beautiful through ball, and he's just scored a beautiful shot from outside the box.
Just need to see it again because it happens so quick. When we're looking at this and talking about other things, you forget about match, and then
it's a really good game as well. Look, if we'd have had loads to talk about in Burnley Leeds, and then just had note to talk about like we did then, and had a game like this to watch, it'd have been perfect recipe.
So it were Patterson who gets. He's obviously in his box. He rolls it out to O'Neill, and Morris is I think he's putting Joe Bellingham under pressure, and he wins it. He wins the ball back off him, really on edge, like near enough on edge at box. Acme's then in central, more on like point at D on edge at box.
No,
he gets it on his feet, and he just hits it straight across goal. Patterson's he's made a dive for it, but you ain't getting near that. That's a great strike. Well done, and that's good for us as well. Finn Azaz is off, and the much hyped Samuel Ilin Jr. has come on. Where did he come from again? No idea, mate. No idea. Wait, is it Villa? Don't know. To be honest, I can have a look in a minute. Borough defence is not special. 5-0 to us next week, says Will. Cool, calm and collected, Isidore, says Sarah. This is some game. They're coming forward again here, Borough. Oh, it's a great block. Oh, what a block. What a block. Because can you feel the force? He's having a mare. To be honest, that's a shot on. It's a shot on target, and I think if it goes past Mepham, it's him. It's Mepham. He gets his positioning right, and he gets his body in front of the ball. Yeah, that's definitely going in. Patterson ain't getting anywhere near that. It's on target, innit? It's on target. Yeah. Sheffield United turning around and say, "Just go to bed. Know what's happening," says Joe. That could happen too. Done's a done deal. Trust me, says John. Fair dues. Ryan O'Neill's staying, says Scott. Yeah, we've heard that, pal. Aye, that's true. Sunderland looks so good. Their football is good to watch, says Toddy. The new owners can't spend much due to FFP. We can only lose 12 million per season in the Champ and 35 million in the Prem on a rolling 3-year cycle. That's right, but we did bring in about £30 million net in the summer, Neil. So we're okay, mate. Corner, cleared. Go on. Oh. It's just bouncing about again. Now it's cleared, but it's not. Middlesbrough get ball back. Giles goes out wide. I've been so close to catching up on these comments and getting to the end of them. I just can't do it. This playing out from the back isn't suiting Borough, says Luke. Ray says, looking ropey now, Borough. So that gives us hope next week that we can beat them. And then, should have scored again there, Sunderland. Great goal. 2-2. 2-2. Yes, says Sarah. What a goal. Yes, equaliser, says Ray. Rai says, Isidore looks twice the player of McBurney and we paid £17 million more. What a tackle. No, not given. They want a penalty, but it was a good, clean tackle, that. They're dancing through. It's gone really hectic again, hasn't it? Last man got to it there. And now they split ball out wide. It's a counter-attack here from Sunderland. It's Joe Bellingham. Comes to edge at box. He's doing some step-overs. ITV4, so everybody can watch it. It's a great game of football. Oh. Nice. Lefay. Oh. But Middlesbrough got back into shape really, really well. Quickly as well. Bellingham plays it back along back line. Mepham plays it out wide. I'm enjoying this, mate. Into the box. Ooh, and Edmondson goes to clear it with his left foot.
He's having a shocker, his old Edmonton.
Gets his feet mixed up and it goes out for a corner.
Both teams messing around with it at the back and getting caught out. Scott says, tell Scott to change his name. Okay. Battle of the Scots. Robin says, I'm starting to get a wee bit nervous now regarding transfers, i.e. the lack of with not long to go. Yeah, I understand that, mate.
Ellen Jr. is at Villa. He were on loan at Bologna.
Good knowledge, that pal.
And he scored 1 goal in 7 games. I'm guessing he got recalled. And then Middlesbrough took him on loan.
Nice. Michael says, Jimmy and Jord, I suppose, if Sunderland don't win this game, does it become a 3-horse race for automatic promotion? What do you think, mate?
Yeah. Well, no. They're still in...
No.
The game.
I don't think it does now, watching this game, to be honest, Michael.
Yeah, they're still there, aren't they? They're a very good team.
Yeah, they are.
I think if it went to like 10 points, then yeah. But if they're only like 5 points
even
behind,
if they get beat tonight, I don't think you can write them off completely.
No, definitely not.
Credit to them. Yeah, he's from Villa, says Toddy. It should be 3 to Borough, says Luke. 2-2 now, says Kev. We're on for a 3-2 like I predicted. You did, Brad. You said 3-2, yeah. Hope Cannon bags soon, says Scott. He will, mate. He will, don't worry.
He's only had 2 games and he's going to give him time to bed in yet. He's a young lad. He's scored goals this season in Championship. I mean, to be honest, do you know what? Hold on. Ball's played up at top in behind. And he shoots with his left foot. Great save by Travers.
Oh, man.
Great save. It's gone out for a corner. But he's gone back.
Good.
Travers has got, it looks like he's holding his shoulder, doesn't it?
Oh, no. Is he all right?
I was saying about Cannon. When I was doing my ending, I said, did Cannon do much? He didn't, did he have much service? Probably not. He set up the goal for Ben Burton Diaz.
Yeah, he did. He was the difference, wasn't he, ultimately?
Yeah, and I was a bit annoyed that I missed that one out. So I'll take it back. And, all right, he didn't do loads in game, but that turn on edge of box where he skinned their right back and played a lovely ball in with his weak foot.
What's the difference?
Yeah, exactly. So now I'll give him credit. He created our chance to where we scored and won game.
Craigo says it were from Villa. Yeah, absolutely right. This is another corner to Sunderland here. Lee says, Ilin Jr. was a Chelsea youth product who left for Juventus and then sold to Villa. Thank you, mate. Spoke too soon. Borough back in it, says Ray. Short corner from Sunderland. And Borough look to break now. And it's back with Sunderland. Leeds play Coventry midweek as well. Jimmy says Dublin Blade. Frank Lampard, Coventry City have won 4 on the bounce.
It's an head injury.
Playoff spot.
I think it were, is that Lafay? Number 28, it is, isn't it? He jumped up, done like a Sam McCallum leap because ball went really up in air. And he jumped higher than the Middlesbrough left back. And then really come landing down, like on his neck, sort of like on his face a bit. And you could see he's definitely winded him. It looked a very awkward landing.
Poor lad. Great game, this, says James. Absolutely right. Michael says you wouldn't have got this sort of game if Burnley were involved. No, you wouldn't. No. Just reported Archer no longer on his way to Leeds, says S17. We love it. You love to see it. Just like to ask, are you watching Burnley and Leeds? This is football, says David. Great advert for the Championship, says Ray. Absolutely right. My poor little pup, says Sarah. Are you jumping up, scaring him? Little Gustavo. That's no good. And do you know what, Jord? I've caught up with the comments.
Does that mean we've actually got to commentate?
Yeah. We can actually talk about something without me having to read comments out with.
Let me get my team lineups in so I know players' numbers.
We've now, mate, we've got over 1,200 people here watching us.
Brilliant.
And not everybody subscribed. Come on, guys.
Do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel.
Oh, mate.
Let's get it. Before end of this
game, 160 away. You could be one of those 160 tonight that makes me do a happy dance.
Tell you what, if we can get another 160 subscribers, my missus's dad has got a John Motson looking like coat.
All right, yeah.
The next time
once we hit 1,000, the next
once we hit 1,000, next time on the next watch along, I will wear that.
You will be. And have you got a mic that you can hold like that as well?
Yeah, I'll get one. I'll get one, and I will do a full stream in that coat.
Yes, and you're going to lead the whole thing. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate. Michael says Leeds banked everything to get Archer and it's now fallen through. Will the Blades go for Archer in the summer? I would love it, Michael, but I highly doubt it. And I think he sort of soured his relationship with some of the fan base, the way he went about his last few months with us. Some perceived it as down in tools. Leeds play on Wednesday. We're getting a watch along, says Scott. It wasn't planned, pal, but it may well be now. It may well be. Yeah, it's always interesting watching them. Problem is, if I do a watch along and they score 2 in the first 5 minutes like they did the other day, it's just one of them, innit? Cracking game, to be honest, says Scott. Absolutely right. Villa fan in peace. I'd like to be able to tell you all about Elling Jr., but he's never played for us. And what's more, I don't think he ever will. One of our slightly dodgy summer deals. Interesting.
Second, plays it across. Oh, it's just it done. It just hits Dan Neil. And then I think that's Edmondson who heads it out at box, but it comes back to Patrick Roberts. He's got it on edge at box. Bit of skill. Plays it back. It goes into the box and it's cleared. Sunderland still at ball though. And it hits Bergzoid and it goes out for a Sunderland throw-in.
68 minutes and 25 on the clock. Tim Walker says, who's that Borough defender making Jackie Longthrow look like the DB? That is George Edmondson. And he's just signed permanently from Ipswich after being on loan for most of the season. Done really well. And then today, come crunch time, he's been the weak link, hasn't he? That Pepe Le Pew, he's not a bad player, says Dublin Blade. If Sunderland don't go up, he's worth a punt in the Prem. Yeah, maybe. Now that we're throwing money around.
Middlesbrough just made a sub as well. They've took off your favourite player, Force. And on comes Tommy Conway.
Tommy Conway. So they've strengthened basically from the bench.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. Josh says, are you surprised One is staying? Yes, I am, mate. Seems strange, especially if we're bringing in a striker from Peru. I think the striker from Peru will not be testing the first team either, to be honest. But I'm still surprised One is not being allowed to go out on loan. Wilder will have his reasons, and I back the manager, whatever he wants to do with him. But I'm surprised that he's not going out and getting minutes. Wear it for the next vlog as well, Jord, says Lee.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I want to be seen out in person with it, to be honest, but I'll do it on here.
Let's see how many it's affected to get that. Oh, 4 more subscribers, 844.
I like it. Keep them coming.
Creeping up, aren't we? Oh,
it's a good shot, but it's not enough on it from Whitaker.
That's a great pass from Patterson, says Luke. I can't remember the pass you're talking about, pal, but I agree. Why, when we're getting closer to the close of the window, says Danny, does my gut start churning and my bottom is twitching like a rabbit's nose? I really want some news now. Keep checking Sky Transfer News and online. Mate, we are all over it. Don't you worry. People will drop in. We've got Scott in here. We've got Scott. Look, Leeds playing. Frank Lampard's Coventry City. Could be drop points again. Do you know what, Scott? I think I will watch that. If it's Leeds Cov, I will watch it as a watch along. George, let me know if you're free, mate, because obviously you are our...
When's that for? Sorry, Wednesday?
Wednesday, I think, yeah. We'll have a look at it.
Yeah, I'll have a look into it. I don't think I've got no...
We'll come back to you on it.
Let you know.
Love your stage name. Stage name? It's not a stage name. His real name's George Motson.
What's the name, that?
They named a commentator after him because he were that good.
I'm John Motson's...
named John Clayton.
John Motson,
yeah, John Clayton, but you know him as John Motson because he was named after George Motson. So George gets a wig like Chowders to complete the look. Yes, nice. We do need Chowdery wigs, don't we? We need Chowdery wigs to be sold in club shop.
I'll get a Bangladeshi flag behind me. We'll stick it up on the wall.
Absolutely right, mate. Force has been forced off. Love that, David. Love that. Hope we do a clap for that young lad and Sheffield United fan who sadly lost his life due to the some coward with a knife. So sad. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Young Harvey, that we're looking at hopefully doing a minute's applause on the 15th minute on Saturday. I must say, I love the ramble on the road, lads. Thank you, James. So did I. And that's all thanks to George. United got Borough Wednesday, haven't we? Yes, we have. So that's why we're not doing a Leeds watch along. That makes more sense. No, I think No. Let's get it right.
We've got Borough a week on Wednesday.
Borough on the 12th.
Yeah.
That's a week on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure they're saying Leeds are at Cov.
Leeds is it this week? Is that what they're on about?
Leeds are at Cov this week, yeah. This Wednesday. So, yeah, it's not a clash. Don't worry, Toddy. But it doesn't look like it's on Sky. It may be on ITV though, because they've started doing that, haven't they? Like, obviously, this game's on ITV tonight, so I'll have a look at that as well.
I'll have a look now. All right.
If it's on TV, yes, I'll do it. And then obviously it's up to George whether he can make that or not. Scott, is that the terrible thing that happened at All Saints today?
I think it is.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, it is.
It's not on Leeds in on ITV4 on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm at next game's Pompey at home, isn't it? Which
yeah, Saturday.
And then it's Borough at home next Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah.
Zombie says, Jimmy, what are you thinking to holding on loan? It doesn't excite me at all. Don't get why we're getting a sixth loan, and it's crazy how haven't sorted a perm centre back. It's not been signed off yet, Zonny, is all I'll say, pal. What I will wait and see. I will be surprised. I will be surprised if it's a loan. I'm not saying it won't be. It might be the thing that we're forced into doing to get a centre half, but I'd be surprised. Wednesday 12th is Blades and Borough. Yeah, I'll be there, mate. Should be on Sky Plus if it's a midweek.
Yeah, of course.
Really enjoyed the ramble on the road. Brilliant job, George, says Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Spot on. She's right.
More to come, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Haven't they brought them forward because they're in the FA Cup? Maybe so. Lee says, actually, had to check. I was already subscribed to this channel. I was, unfortunately, but I'd sub again if I could. Thank you, Lee. Much appreciated. You can make as many channels as you want, mate, really, if I'm honest. No, I'm kidding. So we're on, we're still on 844. We've still got another 156 to get hold of to get us over the line. Thank you to everybody that has supported us. Leeds are in the cup on Saturday, yes, says Scott. That's good then. That works for us. Watch along then, doesn't it? You'll have to let me know your availability, Mr. Motson. Jack says we've kind of forced ourselves into this since we spent an entire window not going for a centre half. Oh, Jackie.
What was that one? Sorry, that you said availability.
You have to let me know your availability if you can.
Yeah, for which game? Sorry.
Leeds on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm just looking. It's Sky Sports Plus is Peterborough and Cheltenham. Now I'm guessing if it's red button, they'll be on that, won't they?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, I'll let you know. No problem. I can't see them.
No worries, mate.
Who are they playing? Who have they got? Leeds.
Frank Lampard's Coventry City.
Oh, that could be an interesting one because they've picked up, haven't they, Cov?
Four
he's actually turning around a bit.
4 wins on bounce.
Yeah, it could be a good game.
It could be a brilliant game to watch as a Sheffield United fan. I know, Jack. I know. I'm only joking. Leeds have been very, very fortunate with their injuries. I was thinking about it today, says Great Bants. The only crisis they had was a centre midfielder, and that happened during the transfer window. This meant they could buy who ended up being their best player in Tanaka. Well,
yeah, he were a great signing for him, weren't he?
Yeah. And Rise just pointing out that Cov have got Grimes in now as well, so it strengthens them further. Good point. How do? What's the game been like, says Renegade?
Very good.
Really, really good. Really good. Score predictions for Saturday, says Scott. Pompey at home.
2-0. Blades.
2-0. I'd have gone 2-0. I will go 2-1. 2-1 if you're going 2-0.
It depends. If we get a centre back in, and if they started, it'd be interesting. Yeah, I mean, you can't say too much because it'll be first time probably. If we're dropping anyone, it's going to be Robbo. So if he's coming out of the squad, and then El's got to start a new partnership anyway with someone, so there could be goals conceded against still. But you'd like to think they've got a good partnership straight away. But I still fancy a clean sheet. I think Pompey will be quite negative, and I think they'll every man behind ball. Maybe so. They'll be able to take a point from Ramble Lane on Saturday if they can take a point.
Matt, there's more chance of it being 1-0 than 2-1, really, when you think about it. I'm not going to nick you 2-0 because that's what I would have gone for. But yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, happy with the squad indeed, Jim. Looking forward to our final 16 games as an optimistic fan, says Great Bants. Love that. 1-0 Blade, says Jack. 4-0 Blade, says Ian. Wow. Okay.
We don't beat teams 4-0.
Say again?
We don't beat teams 4-0. I think his biggest win, we're 3-0 against Oxford earlier on in season.
Yeah, and then we took off gas, didn't we, as well?
Yeah, so I can't commit to saying we're going to score 4 goals. I think if you probably look at my predictions throughout this season, I think I've had us scoring 2 goals in every match because it's just probably easy to go for.
Yeah, I think I have as well, to be honest. 77 minutes and 30 seconds. Are you switching us straight over again, Jimmy, after this stream? I can't, mate, because it's a separate channel technically. So I can't put a redirect on. I'm going to have to end the stream and ask you all to come over and join me on the Blades Ramble for the return of the main man himself, Andy the Blade.
The legend.
Long-awaited return to the channel. It's been too long. He's been out of the country.
Not past his bedtime, is it, though?
No. He goes to bed at like 2 in the morning and don't get up till 10 or something ridiculous now. It is the king of retirement. It's ridiculous. Gustavo back on Saturday. Can't wait. Yeah, that's true. That'll give us an extra dimension, won't it? So, what's your starting 11 for Saturday? I will be doing the warm-up, Renegade, so I will tell you my 11 then. But, Jord, what are you going with for Saturday?
Obviously, Cook's in there. Clark right back. An L. And then if we get a new centre half.
Nice.
Whoever it'll be. Burrow's left back. Sousa and Chowdhury in centre mid.
Yep.
Diaz on right, O'Hare in centre. Who's on left? Aimer. Gus Aimer on left. I'm going to say I would like to see, I don't think Cannon will be dropped. I would like to see Tyrese Campbell start on Saturday.
Okay. So your team is as you've just said, but you think Wilder will go with Cannon up top instead of Campbell?
Yeah, I think he'll stick. Yeah, I think he'll stick with Cannon up top.
I agree.
But I'd like to see Campbell start personally.
Fair dues, mate. Fair dues. 5-0 as Pompey a shot away from home, and I'm over for the game as well, says Dublin Blade. Triple point before the game then, pal. We will be there. It is George's birthday, I believe, on Saturday. Is that
Sunday's my birthday, but
so drinks on you for all Ramblers, I think you were saying, weren't you? I'm
not as rich as you, Jimmy, lad. You
are joking. Unbelievable.
Sure, around with 3 pints at Triple Point. Oh, sorry, I've just let Car back there. Sorry.
They're a sponsor of the channel. I appreciate them very much. Chris says 2-0 Blades. Scott goes 3-1 Blades on Saturday. 3-0 Blades, says Ray. Scott says Pompey haven't picked up a point away from home since the 30th of November. Wow.
Welcome to Bramall Lane.
Yeah.
What's happening Saturday?
Come on in, boys. Have at it. Ian says we're stronger now. 4-0. Love that. Jimmy just realised why Leeds' tactics are all out attack is to keep the ball away from the hologram between the sticks. That's right. They have got a weakness at the back.
It's just at Sunderland corner. And it's a great ball in, but it's headed away from Edmondson.
Apparently, Triple Point are giving away 3 pints for every goal the Blades score. I wish. Jesus, Jord, you're making Jack look like a happy clapper with them predictions, mate. Is there anything about Tanganga, says Westwood? Or is it just rumours? Gutted if it is. I don't think Tanganga is going to happen, to be honest. I'll be very surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but I will be surprised. Jack says, I am a happy chap. And Renegade says, I'd love a 3-0 clean sheet for the new defenders and new lads on the score sheet. That would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Happy birthday for Sunday, George, says Sarah.
Thank you very much.
Our Rambler on the road.
31.
Oh, mate, you're ancient. Let me know what it feels like when you get there. Because I can't remember.
I might not remember it. I'm out Friday night. I've got an Oasis tribute night. So
nice.
I'm out Friday, so I have a feeling I might have a sore head on Saturday because I've done dry January, so I've not really been drinking. So if there's quite a few and I know for a fact they'll be buying shots, and it's going to be a good one, but I'll be a bit tender.
Scott says his team is Cooper, Clark, Anel, Robbo, BORO, so he's sticking with Robbo. Hamza and Sousa in the middle, Raksaki, Hamer and BBD, and Cannon up top. Fair dues, mate. Happy birthday for Sunday, George, says Toddy. George says 31 never looked so young. Brilliant. Spring chicken, says Sarah. And Dublin Blade were pulling Jack's leg. John Egan's gone to Hull, says Andy. Yeah, that's the word on the street, pal, for a nominal fee. 82 minutes on the clock and 5 seconds.
Would you take this now?
Yeah,
as
it's
it
a
is.
technically difficult game anyway, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything but a Sunderland win, I think, is all right for us.
Yeah.
Ideally, it'd be a Borough win, but I'm not upset if this is how it ends.
Yeah. Still no news from club, by the way.
CC Pepperton says you're ruined on Friday night, son. You're getting ruined. There you go. I need to be myself.
I'll be feeling supersonic.
Yeah. Can I ride with you in your BMW? Love a bit of Oasis. Have you got tickets to see him?
Oh, don't.
Is it like the real deal?
Don't.
All right. Okay.
We'll not go there. I'm sure my brother will pipe up with it now. But so originally you could only get 4 tickets. There were 5 of us wanting tickets. So we were looking around. One of the lads was still looking around for another ticket. And he had a chance to get one other day. And silly old me forgot about it all. And I am best man for one of my mates' weddings. And I booked the stag do on the weekend that the gig is.
No.
Yeah. So I will not be going when I could have gone. So, yeah. I played it off. I'm all right. But
is that why you're going to Oasis instead?
Correct. I'm going to go 7th best.
Oh, mate, that's tragic.
Yep.
Oh, dearie me. Jimmy, you made contact over that song, or have you given up hope of trying? Joe sent me a song earlier from a band that we were trying to work out how well known they are, and he were like, I don't think they're that well known, so just give it a try, see what they think. And then he had a look, and I think they've got 1.3 million followers. So
yeah, not that well known then, are they?
They're called Red Clay Strays, and they've got a song called Rambling, and it is really good, to be honest. So I could have it as like the Behind the Ramble theme tune or something like that. So I've messaged them, Joe, and who knows whether we get back to them or not, but I'll get copyrighted if I just use it randomly without permission. I'd like to credit them properly as well. 31, I remember being 31, I think. Then again, says David. Lee's going with Cooper, Clark and someone else, and Burrows. Hamza and Vinny, Hamer O'Hare, BBD, and Campbell. Same as you, that, Jord, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, same team as you, but you've got Hamer and BBD switched, haven't you?
Yeah.
Dom says, checked in on your mate Connor. He's doing a watch along as well. Only under. That's all right. That's all right. Up the blades, up the ramble, up behind the ramble. Like and subscribe. We've got 1,300 people in here, mate. 1,300 people.
Don't forget, like and subscribe to see me in a fur coat like Mr. Motson.
Like and subscribe to Behind the Ramble, because there's only 206 on YouTube, but there's nearly 1,100 watching on X. So they've got to come off X, click into YouTube, and subscribe. It's free. It's completely free to support the channel. Happy birthday for Sunday, George, says David.
Cheers, Dave. Thank you, pal.
2-0 Blade, says Lee. Tell him not to worry, Jim. I'll send him loads of videos and pictures of the real deal when I go, and he's hanging out of his backside from stag do.
It won't be, because I'll have deleted his number and it'll be blocked.
Your own brother. That's disgraceful. So Neil is on 84.30, but if I don't read that exactly when it comes in, Neil, we're done. So I'll give you a time check from us. I'm on 85, 52, 53, 54. Where are you, Jod?
Yep. 85, 57, 58, 59. It's about a second in.
Yes. Love that.
And I'm on ITV as well. I switched it over.
Yeah, me too. I think he's still a second in front of me. Question for Jord, says Jack. Why would you play Brereton Diaz on the right when we brought him in for the left to free up Hamer?
I said it earlier, didn't I? Because I think he'll keep same centre mids, and I don't think he's going to drop O'Hare. And where you've only got 2 wing positions then, and BBD played on the right on Saturday at Derby. Yeah, he's played on left all season.
You think that were a trial run, don't you?
So I think that were a trial run. He's playing BBD out wide, and then Hamer comes back in. He's left. Oh, it's a goal. Sunderland has scored. It's an own goal. That is a ridiculous own goal. Ridiculous.
Brian Giles.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's 2 unlucky own goal. Well, I know Edmondson weren't an own goal because it was a shot on target, but it's 2 deflections. So that is huge. They've whipped ball in. I don't know if it's Joe who's whipped ball in. and it's missed people, and it's just hit Giles.
Lafay's taking plaudits, isn't he? Lafay's taking plaudits for it. Oh, that's a bit of a sickener, isn't
it? Yeah, it comes out wide. Is that Lafay? It's a great touch. He knocks it past Ayling, left-footed, into the box. It's curling away from goal. And Giles just sort of gets his feet mixed up and can't...
I have to say, I think Luke Ayling's the weak link in his team.
Yeah, and we were after him in summer, and people were gutted when we didn't sign him.
I know.
That is horrendous. Look, he's not even got time to sort his feet out, and he's just planting. He's just about planting his left foot to the floor, and it hits him.
It's a whipped hard cross from Enzo Lafay, and Ryan Giles cannot sort his feet out. It just hits him, and it goes past keeper. Ridiculous. Unlucky that.
But yeah, so I just think because where Gus has played all season is out on that left, he's going to still play BBD out right and then Gus on left.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll see. I could be wrong. Listen, I could be wrong. I hope my hands up if I am.
Do you know what I would say, though? I mean, trying to look at the positives here, I don't like that Sunderland keep in touch because they do with this result. But they do have to play Leeds again. And do they play Burnley again as well?
Let's have a look.
I think they do. I might be wrong.
I can't remember them playing them twice this season. Sunderland fixtures. So they have got Leeds away on 17th of March.
Yeah.
I can't see Burnley.
Might have played Burnley twice, actually. I think I did a watch along. Or we're going to do one. We didn't get
no, there's only Leeds left to play.
Okay, so they're still in touch, aren't they? Great
that
finish.
Could be a good one for us to do. 28th of this month. Sunderland away at Pigs. It's on television, I think.
Who do you cheer for?
In fact, ignore me on that one. I can't. I'm at Paul Smith.
Unbelievable. I think I've already set that up for a watch along, actually. Luke Ayling's way past it now, not good enough on the ball and lacks pace for the championships as a 17. No trouble. We're in control of our own season, says Renegade. We are. That's very true. Just focus on winning our games. Love that. These aren't going away, says Toddy. Borough have scored 4 times now. 2 goals.
Ball's played in behind. They're running in. It shoots. Travers makes a save. It bounces straight back out to him. Great second save. Redeems himself because that first save, where I think we're very poor, he pushed it straight back out into danger.
Looked offside there.
Yeah, he did. That was very poor first save, but he reacted very well. Gets out, spreads his body, makes his save. 5 minutes added on. We're at 90 minutes and 20 seconds. I can't see Middlesbrough getting a goal back here, personally.
No, I can't. It's Sunderland who have got the momentum in it.
It is.
You should have mentioned it early, George, as I've got 4 tickets for Oasis in Dublin. Could have made a weekend out of it.
Oh, I mean, if that's out, if you're open to an offer, count me in. I'll pay good money.
They played Burnley a couple of weeks ago, 0-0 at Turf Moor, of course. Yeah, sorry, played Burnley a few weeks ago, 0-0 at Turf Moor. Thank you. Sunderland have Leeds, West Brom, and Frank Lampard's Coventry all away. Yes, that's not bad, is it, Leeds?
Right, I know we're looking at other teams, but I think, like it's just been mentioned, we're in control of his own results, his own destiny, aren't we? We've just got to keep picking points up, and as long as we keep picking points up and averaging 2 points a game,
we're all right.
About, aren't
we? Jimmy, has Mrs. Ramble kicked you out yet? Looks like you've not moved all day, says Danny. I have moved, pal. I promise.
Hey, did you get your shopping put away?
I did, yeah. I managed to get my shopping put away.
Before she come back?
Mate, they were like a 5-minute window. So I finished the stream, and then girls were having tea at the mates tonight. So Sam didn't have to do it at school run on way home, so she came straight home. So I just finished putting all the shopping away after the stream, sat down, and she walked in. She was like, "All right, what you been up to?" No, love, really. Yeah, styled it out. Borough looking slow on the back foot and poor at the back. We 0-1, says Kyle. Yeah, we do 0-1. Sunderland always seem to have that bad result at home every now and again as well, says Lee. I'll take that. I'll take that. I don't think they're going to have enough, to be honest, to trouble top 2. But they're not going away, like Toddy says. Not going away at the minute.
Oh.
Less than 3 minutes to go. We're in injury time. We played 92 and 18, 19, 20. We've got 1,356 people in here.
Oh, that's a booking.
That is a booking. That's a ridiculous challenge.
If he don't book him here, then
Morris.
It clatters him. How's he got away without a booking there?
If we don't go up, we've no one to blame but ourselves, says Luke, and 2 points at this point isn't an excuse. If it's Burnley v Sunderland in the playoff final, I'd go for Sunderland to win, says Jack. Yeah, I would too, probably. Be a good game, though. Be a really good game. Like, this has been a brilliant game. This could have gone either way at different points.
Someone said 3-2 earlier.
Yeah, they did.
I think the middle's brilliant.
3-2 Borough, yeah, but and it so easily could have been as well. Plymouth made some smart signings too, especially in defence, so may see them pull off more upset results going through the rest of the season. I hope not, Will, because we've got to play Plymouth again, haven't we?
Do you know what I think's probably had one of better windows? I mean, we've had a good window. I'm not thinking that. I think Hull.
I knew you were going to say Hull. Knew you were going to say, and we've played them twice.
Yeah, and got battered at home.
All right. I wasn't going to mention that bit, but fair enough.
But yeah, they've had a very good window. Some players they brought in. I mean, obviously getting Barry in, and Egan's a good. If he stays fit for him, Egan will be a good signing at centre.
Louis Barry, really good.
Yeah,
really good.
It's Sunderland are camped in their own half. It's a ball to the backstage. Ewan heads it back across. It's headed away by O'Nien. And Sunderland come out with it. There's a counter attack on here. It's Lafay. Plays it down the line. These two players have a back. Just play him in. Yeah, here we go. 1-on-1 with keeper. Oh, he's fell off at ball.
Goodness me, what a calamity of errors that was.
That's a disgusting tackle. He's got a booking for that. It's Nevada. It's ex-Pig.
That's shocking, that.
Yeah, that was bad.
From behind. But that were a Sunderland break. Borough covering defenders, banged into each other, and one of them knocked the other one over, left a clear pass through on goal, and then Lado trips over ball. Sunderland attacker trips over ball, so it's recovered from Borough.
I mean, why did they put back on?
George Edmonton again.
I don't know why he tried. I don't know why Paveda tried to cut back onto his left. He should have just hit it with his right. He's literally at 5 seconds left, and Dan Neil shoves over Morris.
Renegades, there's still a lot of games to go, everyone. Let's just enjoy the Blades on the rise, especially after how we all felt before the season. Absolutely right. Jack, if it's Sunderland Burnley in the playoffs, it means we're promoted. So feet up, cigars out. That's right. 68 minutes to go. Is that what I said? To the window closing. Ah, yes. Okay, understood. Ooh, says Sunderland, get the pig off. The ex-pig trips over his trotters. And that's full time, says Dom.
Well, I'd love to know how he said it's full time, because it's full time.
He said he was 5 seconds in front of us, to be fair.
He did. Yeah.
Neil said full time as well.
That's a great win for Sunderland there, and taking everything out of it. It's a very, very good game.
What a boost.
Great game, and a lot better than the as last watch along. So at least they were a decent game, to look at today.
And it was one that we hadn't concentrated on the most at all, to be fair.
Like any other day would be.
I know.
We'd be concentrating on it. I'm still not seeing it on X either. At all. I know. There's not even any murmurs. It's like Danny Hall isn't even reporting anything like any medicals or.
We'll get someone.
Nothing, is there? It's very quiet. I have no doubt we'll get. I don't think for a second we won't have a centre back coming in.
Agreed.
It's just gone from being very like
that adds to the excitement, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course it does. It was very what you call it earlier, weren't it? Like names getting thrown out, everything. It was like, wow, look at all this coming out, transfer deadline day, and then it's just for the last probably 4 hours gone very hush. Agreed.
Before you leave the stream, I'm going to have one last plea to everybody that's been watching, because we've nearly 1,400 people in here. We only need 1,000 to get into growth territory with the channel. So how many have we got at the minute? Will it tell us? We have currently got 845 subscribers. If we can get over the 1,000 as soon as possible, if you're watching on X, please go over to YouTube and subscribe to Behind the Ramble. I am straight after this. I am going back to the Blades Ramble, and I'm going live with the channel MVP, the main man that everybody asks for. It's Andy the Blade. He's returning to the channel, first time in a long time. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him. But I've really enjoyed George's company as well. And as has everybody else, if we have a look at this, we're still 3 points ahead, says Scott. Great watch along, guys. Thanks, says Chris. Great game and great company, says David. Thank you. Jimmy Sunderland are the new Ipswich Town. They're just not going away. They're right in the mix now. It's quiet because they're waiting for Jimmy's internet to go down, says Will. That's probably right. Up at 5, how am I meant to sleep on deadline day, says Joe. Joe, do not go to bed. I am confident we will get you a centre-half before you go to sleep. All quiet, but imagine we are here waiting for one, and we actually didn't bring one in. Jack, unbelievable. Good job, Jordan. Catch you on the other side, Jimmy. You will, Ian. Thank you, mate. Thanks for Johnny Asquith, the best, the best business coach around. If anybody's got a growing business, I want support to continue that growth. This is the man to speak to right here. I can never get me pointing right because of where the camera is. But
hold on, no, John. I'm trying to do it opposite way, but you know,
it's not easy. Best league in the world, says Beast Boy. Good game, says
says Jimmy.
Cheers, Jimmy.
Got again.
Someone got lucky, I'd say. Yeah, holding. Wait a second.
Just stay there.
Hold on, the night is still young.
Yeah, so I'm just going to put it on.
Hold on. Come on.
Said we'd get one in. That's quite funny, actually, because I was literally saying there's no doubt that we'll get one in. And then literally 2 minutes later, what a time to finish on this stream. If that is not worth a like and subscribe, I don't know what is.
Yes, Johnny boy. Yes. Love it.
Exclusive news on Behind the Ramble. What more do you want?
Top man. Thank you, mate. Cheers, Jord. Announces Joe. Holding announced, says Sonny. Holding just signed. Holding confirmed, says Paul. It's fine, says Sam. Okay. Done, says Sam. Nice one, mate. Thank you. Holding announced. Holding confirmed, says Lee. Can anyone tell me, has Rob Holding signed for Sheffield United? Like and subscribe, viewers, says Danny. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, up Behind the Ramble, up Rotra, whatever that is. Ramble on the road. Yes. Come on, you red and white wizards. Rob Holding's just signed, has he? Is your dad going to be sitting on the magic sofa, Jim? No, my dad will be sitting in his magic house, I think, Dublin Blade. And do you know what I'm going to have to do? Because it's my dad, I'm going to have to ring him before he comes on to make sure he's remembered that he's coming on. Holding announced, says Ian. Blades press Holding signed. Holding, says Beast Boy. What are we holding for, says Tom. Really not optimistic with Holding. Thanks, Westwood. Love the positivity. Can see a few more tonight. Maybe Danny, maybe not. Holding through the door. Sad times, says Jack. Get sad times. Come on, Jack. Got 1,400 people here celebrating Rob Holding signing for Sheffield United. Get those wingers through the door, says Beast Boy. It's Holding. Is it on loan or a perm, though? We will discuss that on the channel, pal. We will on the Blades Ramble. Is it a loan, says Scott? Join me over on the Blades Ramble right now, and we will talk about it. Holding is done. Could be a great signing. Holding, yes. Danny Hall said that completes our transfer business. No wingers, question mark. And on that note,
just holding, we're going home. Just holding, we're going home.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you, George. Thank you for your support tonight, mate. As ever, the voice of the Ramble at this stage for the watch-alongs. So thank you for your contributions, pal. Really enjoyed your company. Again, we'll see if you're free on Wednesday to do the Frank Lampard's Coventry City against little old Leeds United. And we'll let you know. Keep your notifications on. Get subscribed to Behind the Ramble. And I will see you over on the Blades Ramble in about 30 seconds. So for now, come on, you red and white wizards.
Up the blade.